The Prattville Lions showed signs of regaining the champion's swagger of old in a thumping of the Enterprise Wildcats. But tonight in Stanley Jensen Stadium, the stakes are raised as regional power, the Auburn's, come calling on our Lions in a midseason fight for acclaim amongst the 7A Region 2 leaders. Lions versus Tigers, it's a cat fight in Prattville, but only one will be king of the jungle at the end of this night. Good evening, Lion Nation, and welcome into another night of Prattville Lions football in the heart of the preferred community. I'm Will Barrett, joined as always by professional Acorn Farmers Man of the Year, Chip Powell, by Prattville Junior High AD, the Big Cat, Donnie Burnett, and by Prattville Live Director of Operations, Stacy Mills, by audio-video productions tonight.
And there's no doubt, region play, it's not a must-win situation, but it's a chance for us with as bad as Smith Station is doing this year. They've scored a safety in 2 games, so that'll tell you they're not doing really well.
Hard to win like that.
We should be able to beat Smith Station. If we can win tonight, we're in the playoffs. So
that's right.
I don't know how long it's been since we've had a chance to get in the playoffs this early in the season. But, again, it's not a must-win. Now, this team we're playing tonight, and we'll talk about them a little later, but pushed Central Phoenix City to the limits last week.
They certainly did. They certainly did. And as always, when you play the Auburn Tigers, the Baby Tigers as they're known, some familiar names. If you're an Auburn person, there's always some familiar names that pop up on the roster.
Yeah, I got 2 former teammates that are their sons are starting on defense. First is Griffin Speaks. His father, Tim, was a defensive back when I was there. He's a starting safety. And Rob Selby, who was a starting offensive tackle for Auburn back in the 80s when I was there. His son is a starting defensive end. And he actually plays opposite of one of the best players that Auburn has in number 11 for Auburn, who is a lot of people are after, and I'm not sure I can pronounce his name.
Muhammad?
Yeah, Diabate. Yeah, Diabate. But one of the top guys in the state of Alabama.
Another name that might seem familiar to Auburn, to the Auburn faithful, and as of recent years, is number 2, the defensive back, Eugene Chiswick.
Yep, sure is. And
goes by Callie, I understand.
And I understand he is leading the secondary in interceptions. So what you're going to see with Auburn, and again, we'll talk about it a little bit more too, but you're going to see a lot of sound defensive and offensive game plan that they don't make a lot of mistakes.
That's right. That's right. And let's take it down to our sideline, our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett, who's standing by right now.
Hang on, I got to wipe this patty melt off my face right here.
That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Compliments of Steak and Shake, and let me tell you, it was very good. If you have not had a patty melt from Steak and Shake, you need to go by and get one. Tell them Mills are sent you, and you can get it for regular price.
Hey, we also want to thank Country's for providing barbecue sandwiches for the opposing Auburn radio station. Man, when I took it over there to those guys, they were like, man, nobody ever does this for us. So I said,
that's why we're preferred community.
I said, well, maybe this will make up for part of that press box y'all got to sit in.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, Donnie, tonight, not like last week. Last week was a really cool, crisp night in Enterprise. A little different tonight down on the field, am I right?
Yeah, we got a little, I want to say humidity.
Yes.
It's a little humid down here. Right now I'm checking out from the old trusty weather bug. 82 degrees, clear skies, feels like 88, and it really does. Winds are calm, which is kind of why it's kind of humid. So,
well,
anyway.
In the booth tonight, the winds are calm, and it's about 72 degrees, no humidity.
I really don't like you guys.
just so you know. But, Donnie, big game tonight. You've seen this team coming up through the ranks in JV. These are the same guys that these guys have been playing for several years now. What's your take on this team we're going to play tonight?
It's a very athletic team. We were talking about the sophomores, and we beat that group here when they were sophomores, when they were 8th graders. Mm-hmm. So that's been a couple of years ago. Last year we played them tough, and they kind of got the jump on us last year. But I mean they're very, very athletic. They're big. They had big linemen, and but the running backs were not huge. They were fast and they ran well. So it's going to be a tough night all the way around, I think, for everybody.
And we've seen the steady improvement of this Prattville team from week 1, culminating with a big win last week. And one of the things last week that we need to mention is our quarterback, number 5, Trey Edwards, was the Alabama 7A football player of the week for his performance against Enterprise. What a night.
That is unbelievable that guy was the player of the week for 7A football last week.
Isn't it?
He just had an outstanding game. And
he certainly did.
He really
had a
did.
wonderful game.
A wonderful game.
And hopefully he'll have a repeat performance tonight.
Yep. He's going to have, and I believe the quote was last week, he's going to have one of those games in order for us to win tonight.
Yep. Well, speaking of one of those impact players, one that we are sorely missing tonight and for the rest of the season is Chris Bozeman. He had shoulder surgery this morning to repair some damage to one shoulder, and he'll eventually have surgery on the other. But he is gone for the season. He is at home recovering from surgery. I talked to P.J. Lucas's mom before the game. She said, let him know you're thinking about him because he is in a lot more pain than he thought he was going to be. He was going to try to be on the sideline tonight, but the pain is just too much for him. So he's watching comfortably at home, recovering from surgery. Chris, buddy, get better, man.
Man, we could really use you tonight, especially with the way Auburn runs the ball in that A gap. We could use you tonight, but hope you get to feeling better, man.
He's been a line from the word go, and we're just sad to see him go, but glad to see him on the mend.
Yes, sir.
Well, we are about 10 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll finish counting down the minutes to kickoff. You are listening to the Prattville Lions Network on Dixie Country.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Arrow Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite games with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our Value Lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puppy Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger. So they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium, counting down to kickoff. The Prattville Lions marching band is on the field right now, taking us through the national anthem. And we're going to stay with them, and we're going to let you take a break for 1 minute. And when we come right back, nope, never mind. Mills are just good. We're going to stay right here. How about that? Mills gave me the no-no, so we're going to stay right here. And we'll pause right now for the playing of our national anthem, led by the Prattville High School marching band.
For the playing of our national anthem, as our colors are presented by the Prattville High School Junior ROTC.
Now we're going to catch that 1 minute break. Lions football continues right after these words.
Choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Aero Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
Back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. We're 5 minutes away from the kickoff of tonight's game between the homestanding Lions and the visiting Baby Tigers from Auburn. We're going to take it down to the Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Donnie Burnett, for our captains tonight. Donnie, take it away.
All right, let's go for Auburn, number 4.
Mondo Thomas.
Number 44.
Captains for tonight.
Marquise Dunlap.
43.
Paxton Gordon.
And number 16.
Number 16, Garrett Jones.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you, good luck on seeing those tonight.
Yeah, and on top of that, they have several players, so there's a lot of duplicate numbers out there. So I hope we're calling out the right guys.
For us, we got Brandon Butts, we got Jaron Fields, we got number 57.
That is Joshua Short.
Josh Short. And number 5, Trey Edwards.
Number 7, BB Butts.
Heads or tails?
Donnie's got the toss. Let's go.
That's tails. If I drop it, we'll flip it over again, okay? You ready for your choice? Here we go. Heads. It is heads. All right, you have won the toss. What's your choice? You like to start? Back up, John.
Well, there's a first. We've lost the toss.
Yeah, first time all year, yeah.
Oh, well.
Law of averages. Eventually it was going to happen.
Yes.
Hey, but you know what? We're probably going to get the football, which I think is what we want to do anyway.
I can see the banners now being raised. Prattville's got theirs up.
Friday Night Lights versus up the
They're
already split into Auburn banner.
Oh, so dramatic.
Yeah.
What is the word that you say after the
They were indifferent.
indifferent? Yeah.
But we were not indifferent. We were the losing piece of
I
that.
got you.
Well, hey, once again, I mean, automatically disqualified for the pre-made banner. Not ours. About 40 feet high, made out of some good solid paper. And it's if you didn't notice, it was neon night tonight. And we have
noticed that.
a neon sign up there. So
Auburn comes onto the field in their road whites with the blue trim and the blue helmet. That silver A, script A on the side of the helmet. And waiting for the arrival of the homestanding Prattville Lions in their homestanding Cardinal jerseys with the white trim, white numerals, the white pants, and the Cardinal helmet with the standard Power P on the side. The best looking uniforms in all of high school football. And we're ready to kick this thing off. Officials break the huddle. Both teams right on the field, and this time for some football.
Just a little bit about Auburn's defense and offense. Defensively, they're going to be in a 4-3. They run a lot of 3 deep and 4 deep. The one thing they did last week was kept Justin Ross, the number 1 player in the state of Alabama, from going over the top. So they're very conservative. They're going to take away the deep routes. They're going to make you beat them underneath, which you can do. Their best player is probably number 11, their defensive end, as we talked about earlier. He's a player. He's a guy we've got to be able to go after. And also number 9, Avery Atkins, is a defensive back, a senior, that I believe he's one of their corners.
Avery Atkins, does he have a father who played football, who may be perhaps a leading
the guy
novelist? Ace Atkins.
The son of Saturday Night alum Garrett Morris, he's hurt tonight.
Right.
You know, he's the guy that killed us last year.
Right.
Garrett,
Two big runs.
Yeah.
Garrett Morris from SNL?
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
his
one.
son.
Oh, his son.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His son.
Garrett Morris Jr.
Yeah.
Okay.
Junior. Well, Auburn set to kick this thing off. Number 87, Sullivan Britnell, on to kick off for the Lions. Going from our left to our right for you folks listening at home and watching on our Prattville Live YouTube feed. Hear rave reviews from the YouTube feed tonight. And tonight, the Millser is toying with instant replay here in the booth. So things just keep getting better on Prattville Live. We thank you guys for watching and listening on Dixie Country. And we are away as toe is put to leather. And we are underway here at Stanley Jensen Stadium. This ball goes out of the back of the end zone, and the Lions will take over on their own 20-yard line with a touchback. Let's take it down to Steak and Shake Sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
82 degrees, no winds, and we're going to start on the 20. And if that kid kicks again, we're probably going to start on the 20 again.
Yeah, he just about kicked it into the creek.
He just about hit the scoreboard.
Yep, and that's a big scoreboard, by the way.
And it's a big scoreboard.
Lots of space on that scoreboard.
Lots of pretty lights on there.
Yeah, sure enough. Well, Prattville comes out in their opening drive. First quarter just now getting underway. Edwards loads up the shotgun. He's got three receivers to one side. And one split out to the near. I believe that's Petway. D'Angelo Jones flanks him to the right, and he's going to quick pitch out to the near side. He's got nowhere to go. He's taken down for about a yard loss in the backfield. That is Smith out there on the catch. Well, it was sniffed out quickly.
Yeah, and he bobbled it and just gave the defenders for it. The corner came up strong for it, Auburn, and made a great tackle there, and I think that's one of the guys we were just talking about. Well, no, that's Cordell Plott, a senior cornerback for Auburn.
I mean, second and a long 10 from just inside Prattville's 20-yard line. Trey Edwards, he's got the snap. Now he's going to look. He's in some trouble. Gets flushed out of the pocket. He goes down in a heap at the 14-yard line. The sack by the Tigers. A loss of 6 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 16. As this Mondo Thomas comes up from his defensive line spot to make the tackle. Now, not the kind of drive you envision to start the game, but Prattville with the 3rd and 16. Chance to keep the drive alive or perhaps punt this away to the Tigers as Edwards loads up the shotgun once again. Split two receivers to either side. Jones flanks him to the left. Now Smith comes in motion, and Edwards looks to pass. Looking downfield. Nobody there. Now he fires. He's got his man complete. Ryan McDaniels at the 45-yard line of Auburn. Makes the catch and run out to the 45. It's a first down on the 29-yard catch by Ryan McDaniel.
Well, that's a play we've seen already this year several times. He just crosses the entire field, and Trey holds on to it long enough to let Ryan clear and catches it right there. Good pass, gets out of bounds, gets the first down.
Converting a 3rd and 16 deep in your own territory. Excellent job by this offense early on. 1st and 10 now from their own 46-yard line. 36-yard line. 19-yard catch. Edwards gives off to Jones. Jones at the middle. Jones puts the room across the 45. Dragging tacklers across the 50 down to the 49-yard line of Auburn. Another first down for Prattville and a 15-yard run by D'Angelo Jones.
Well, and that's what we saw from D'Angelo last week when he turned that game around against Enterprise in that second quarter. Really is what we saw, and hopefully we'll see a lot of that tonight.
His 1st and 10 lines from the Auburn 49-yard line, and here's a give to Jones again. Jones in the open field across the 40, 35. Dragging tacklers down to the 35-yard line. Another 14-yard run by D'Angelo Jones. He's averaging 14.5 a carry tonight. 1st and 10 lines.
Running right behind Joshua Short and also C.J. Harris.
And number 11, Taylor Thompson, the sophomore man-child, in there at a wing back.
Nice.
So excellent job by that left side over here.
Opening drive of the game, 9:59 to play in the opening quarter. Prattville's marched from their 20 down to the Auburn 35, where they have a first down. And 10 to go. Edwards from the shotgun. Now McDaniel comes in motion. Looking to pass, throwing downfield. And this ball is intercepted by Auburn at the 25, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. Still on his feet at the 40. And all the way down to the 36-yard line he goes. Interception kills the drive for Prattville, and the Auburn Tigers take over 1st and 10 at the Prattville 36-yard line.
Boy, that time the safety just was hiding and squatting right there at the hash, and he just read it perfectly. I believe it was Griffin Speaks, one of the guys we talked about earlier, the son of one of my teammates at Auburn, made an excellent play in the He actually had a guy open deep that had the corner beat. I didn't see who it was, but we just misread that one.
And now Auburn from under center, 1st and 10. They go, and here's a give to Jay Walker. Jay Walker hit it at the line and squirts forward for about 2, maybe 3.
Well, that's what we talked about in pregame. You're going to see a lot of that right there. You got a very experienced quarterback. You got a running back that likes to run up in there. Now, they don't have so much of a dominating offensive lineman. They just do a good job opening up holes.
Second down 7. Here's a give to Walker again. Walker squirting away. He's gotten free, and he's down to the 28-yard line. Almost broke it loose, but the Prattville defense contained him well enough to get him down and keep him inside the chains. It'll be 3rd down and about 3, maybe 2. 3rd down and about 2 to go.
And I'll tell you, if Jay Walker's a sophomore like they're listing him at, look for big things out of him. He's a very talented running back.
Brooks Fuller in the Auburn offense. 3rd and 2 from the Prattville 28-yard line. 8:45 to play here in the opening quarter. No score. Prattville's opening drive goes for about 40 yards, and then an interception puts Auburn in business. 3rd and 2 now from the Prattville 28. Here's a give to Walker again. This time Walker is stopped for a very short gain. It's going to be 4th down, I believe, and maybe inches to go.
26-yard line.
Boy, this is, I know Chris is sitting here listening to us at home, but this is his kind of game right here, and it's a shame he's not in here, down here and being able to help us, because he would really be a weapon tonight.
Let's go down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Donnie. Take it away, Coach.
Well, we're going to get a measurement right here, and I'm not going to try to be Nostradamus, but I think he's a little bit short. I don't know. So we'll find out in just a few minutes.
Nostradamus, eh?
Oh, well, you know what? I think he may have it now.
They stretch the chains, and indeed, he has
half a football.
Exactly, by half the length of the football.
Well, we found out something else, that Don is not Nostradamus.
Definitely not.
Or whatever that guy
And
was.
I did tell you that
Yeah.
Was he an official? I can't.
He graduated from, I think, Marbury.
I think so.
I think so.
We played basketball together at the Y.
Oh.
3-point shot. 1st and 10 for the Tigers now at the Prattville 26-yard line. 8:10 to play in the first quarter, no score. But now Auburn with some deep penetration in the Prattville territory. Fuller hands off to Walker, and Walker is stopped for about a 2-yard gain going right up the middle. They're attacking that Prattville front, and the Prattville front is up to the task thus far. Number 55, Fields on the stop.
Yeah, Fields, Lucas, and also T.J. Williams in on the tackle for. And T.J.'s taking Bozeman's spot at that 2 technique there in that 4-man front.
It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers at the 24-yard line of Prattville. It's 7:35 to play. Clock on the move here, opening quarter. Opening drive for the Tigers. Brooks Fuller from the shotgun now. Drops back, looking to pass. Looking, now firing towards the 10-yard line. Knocked away beautifully.
Outstanding play.
Man, what a play.
By Brandon Butts.
Brandon Butts, once again. That's the guy you just cannot test, because he's up to the challenge almost every single time.
He plays well over his, 5'6" frame.
He's listed at 5'8", but he plays like. Third down and 8 now for the Tigers at the Prattville 26-yard line. 7 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Now they now spot the ball quickly at the 24-yard line. 3rd and 8. Prattville trying to keep him inside the chains here. Perhaps force a field goal attempt. 0-0 is your score as Brooks Fuller loads a shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Now steps out, throws across the middle, and this ball is bobbled and knocked away in the end zone by the Prattville defense.
Looked like Trey Thompson was really right there together, but it got tipped up almost back into the hands of an Auburn receiver, so we were fortunate there.
You know, that bit us last week, the tip ball at Enterprise that went for a touchdown. This time it falls harmlessly to the ground, but better news is 4th and 8 now for the Tigers.
Well, it appears that they're going for it.
And they got a good kicker.
They have an excellent kicker.
4th and 8. Tigers let it go for it at their own 24-yard line, at the Prattville 24-yard line. 0-0 your score here. 6:20 to go in the first quarter, and Fuller drops the ball, looks to pass now. Looking. He's going down. It's a sack back at the 28-yard line. The Prattville defensive front led by number 91, Jason McKeithen, makes the stop, and with a turnover on downs, let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Man, the clock has not stopped. This guy, y'all need to go wake him up there. He has not stopped the clock. I know that's not a big deal in the first quarter, but it is. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm hollering at referees.
And we're up here watching the instant replay of that last play, courtesy of Stacy Mills and the Prattville Live feed.
Hey,
the team over here.
Great coverage back here. Wow, that's what got you that sack. But anyway, all right, Will, let's go.
1st and 10 for the Lions now at their own 29-yard line. Edwards loads a shotgun, puts 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Now Smith comes in motion, and Edwards wants to pass. Throws it back across the Petway at the 28-yard line of scrimmage. And he is snowed down right there. No gain on the play.
Yeah, little Chiswick.
Little Chiswick.
Right there from his corner spot.
Little Callie Chiswick on the stop.
Beat our blocker, I believe, is one of our offensive linemen that got out there, just couldn't get enough off in there.
He was just a hair late getting out there.
What was this? Is this a heat timeout, Donnie?
The clock is still running.
Yeah.
Clock's running.
We are at 5:30 to play in the opening quarter. We're at a heat timeout, and we're going to break away for 30 seconds as well. Prattville Lions continues in 30 seconds.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. 5:40 to play in the opening quarter. 0-0 is your score. Both teams stymied by the other defense on the opening drive. Prattville on an interception, and then Auburn was held on 4th down deep in Prattville territory. And now Prattville with a 2nd down and 11 from their own 28-yard line. As we come out of the heat timeout, Trey Edwards from the shotgun. Clap snap, now checks to the side. He's got his news signal called in. Trey Petway alone on the near side here, lined up against Callie Chiswick. D'Angelo Jones flanks to the left. There's a snap, high snap. He pulls it down and now fires. Bobbled in and out of the hands of his intended receiver at the 32-yard line. He was looking for McDaniel over there, but McDaniel couldn't pull it down in time. And then now it's 3rd and 11.
Trey put some heat on that one in some traffic, too.
He did.
So it's unfortunate we didn't come up with that one.
3rd and 11. Ball is spotted at the Prattville 28-yard line. No score for either of these teams thus far. Opening quarter, 5:49. Now it says it was 5:40. Now it's 5:49 to play. Okay, we'll get this clock right in a minute. Trey Edwards, now flag on the play, stops the clock, stops the play.
Somebody moved.
Yep.
I believe it was the left guard, maybe, or right guard.
Well, that's going to put us back to a 3rd and 16, and that's been our most successful play of the night so far. So, hey, that's what we were trying to do.
Guys, I don't know if y'all have noticed it, but the wind has picked up drastically.
I see the flags waving. Sure enough, and some clouds moving in as well. 3rd down and 16 now. Ball at the Prattville 24-yard line. Trey Edwards drops back to pass. Looking downfield, has time. Now fires complete to Malik Smith at the 40. And I believe he does have his first down at the 40-yard line by a single yard. Another 3rd and 16 converted by this Prattville offense.
Tell you what, last week I kind of jumped on Malik a little early, saying don't get behind the first down marker, and he went 77 yards.
You talking about a 77-yard run?
So I was hoping he would get past, and he did get this one barely, but good job by Malik and Trey on that.
Looks like there are possibly some storms moving into the area. Now the officials are going to call a timeout for some reason. Get something straight here. As we see number 11, Taylor Thompson, now checking back in at the wing, and Malik Smith is going to check out. With back-to-back 3rd and 16s converted by this Prattville offense. Pretty impressive when you consider where they were on the field when they did it. 3rd and 16 is hard enough, but when you're deep in your own territory converting a 3rd and 16, that takes a little composure. And this signal, this this quarterback is continuing to improve, and this offense continuing to believe that they can do whatever is called on them to do.
Well, yeah, it's just well balanced, with those receivers we've got and the way D'Angelo runs the ball. We've got as well a balanced offense as we've had in a long time.
And we now have 6:04 on the clock, so we're going up instead of down.
This is like.
All right, well, we're going to try to reset it again.
What's the time, Donnie? And we'll tell them.
I don't know.
What they saying?
It went from 5:40 to 6:04. It was. They're going to get this thing right eventually, but while they're getting it right, I want you to know that because you're a Lions fan listening to the game tonight, you can Extreme Bowl in Bama Lanes and Prattville for half price. Extreme Bowling happens every Friday and Saturday night from 10 to 2. Regular price is $10, but tonight you can do it for $5 with the catchphrase, "Beat the Tigers." You got to say the secret phrase to get the $5 off. Back in action here, 5:40 now. Clock is set. 1st and 10 for the Lions at their 39-yard line, and they give us to Jones across the 40 out to the 41-yard line.
Jones, the ball
A meager gain of 2 yards on the play.
Second down and 9.
One thing we hadn't seen a lot yet is Trey pulling that, and that time it looked like he might have had some room if he would have pulled it, but we'll see that eventually out of Trey Edwards.
All right, now the clock is at now he's got it going up. It was at 5:43. God, we're having a blast up here with the clock operator.
It's not a good night to be a clock operator.
Well, I think the city council's up there.
Well, guys, I know the clock operator. This is his first time ever doing something like this. He's thrown into the fire and he's trying to get himself right. He'll get it right in a minute. That's a smart man over there. 2nd and 9 now from the 41. Here's Edwards. Give to Jones up the middle, across the 40 out to the 43, giving the 44-yard line.
To the 44. Number 10.
He's going to pick up 3 more yards to bring up a third down and 6. The line to make is right at the 50-yard line. Prattville's resting at their own 44 now with 5:14 to play in the opening quarter. This has been the longest 5th minute of any quarter I've ever been a part of.
Well, no, you were at that Lanier game.
The Lanier game forever.
2-hour first quarter. From the shotgun, Edwards. 4 receivers in the set. Looks and looks and looks. And now throws downfield looking for Ryan McDaniel. Well overthrown. Overthrows everybody at the 30-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Lions at their own 44. And they'll probably elect to punt this one away.
Well, that's one thing you see with this Auburn secondary. Nobody gets behind them. They're soft on the corner, so we might can throw some hitch routes or out routes or some short slants, but they're going to take away the deep ball.
Tylen Pirine comes on to punt this one away for the Lions. Heels down at his own 28-yard line. The Tiger receivers are deep at their own 20. Low snap, Ty picks it up and punts it away, and it is a tall, spiraling punt that goes all the way into the end zone. That's a touchback, but that is a massive punt. Let's take it down to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Donnie Burnett.
I'd take my shoes off to count that far.
55, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, because he's going to get it from the line of scrimmage. So
that's 56 yards. They're at the 44.
56-yarder, and then you add 15 onto that where he kicked it from. So, yeah, that's a
69, dude.
That's a great
But it was
punt.
like 4 yards into the end zone, so he probably kicked it 71 yards in the air.
There you go.
That's incredible.
Guys, it's kind of what we thought it would be, a tough football game tonight.
It is.
So let's see.
No score tonight at Stanley Jensen Stadium, Kevin Turner Field thus far. 0-0. 4:41 to play in the opening quarter. Clock now going down.
1st and 10.
1st and 10, Tigers at their own 20-yard line, and here's the give to Jay Walker, and he is fighting for yards out to the 24-yard line.
Martin for 4 yards.
That's a hard-fought 4 yards in this Prattville defensive front. They're testing that. They're testing that spot left by Chris Bozeman, but T.J. Williams is so far up to the task. Second down and 6 now for the Tigers. Ball set right at the 24-yard line. Auburn's 24. Jones comes in motion, and the give is to Jay Walker up the middle. He's got a little bit more room. He's still between the chains. He's down at the 27-yard line. Had a chance to take him down in the backfield, but he squirted away and picked up 3 more yards out to the 27. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3, and a chance now for the Lions once again to get the defense off the field and let the offense go to work if they can hold them out here.
Jay Walker runs a lot like D'Angelo Jones.
He sure does.
Similar running back.
He sure does. 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers. Ball spotted just inside their own 28-yard line. 3:38 on the clock here in the opening quarter. No score so far. And here's a gift to Walker again. And he's stopped in the backfield. He is down for about a yard loss. Like the ball might have come out for a second.
I thought it did too. It looked like T.J. Lucas was one of the guys there.
But on 4th down and 4, the Tigers will have to punt this one away. What a stand by the Prattville defensive front.
And also Jason McKeithen as well on the tackle.
Turbo Buford and Trey Thompson go back to receive this punt for the Lions. Heels down at their own 35-yard line, 4th and 4. Auburn's going to punt this one away from their own 27 after the yard loss. Auburn punter gets this one away, and it's a low end-over-end punt. It's fielded on the hop by Trey Thompson at the 35. A little room to the 40, out to the 43 along the Auburn boundary before he's finally hit, knocked out of bounds. Driven a little past the sideline, but no flag, no harm, no foul. Let's get on to our Steak and Shake reporter, Donnie Burnett.
I tell you, if he could have caught that thing on the fly, he had a good 15, 20 yards to run before he ever got to anybody. Back and forth, you hate to say it's a defensive battle, but right now it's a defensive battle.
It's just that.
Or a battle of the offensive miscues, so call it what you want to. But right now we need to go put points on the board.
Excellent field position for the Lions right now to start this drive with 2:35 to play in the opening quarter. No score from either team, but Prattville with a 1st and 10 now at their own 42-yard line.
We see Kylan Petway in.
Yes, we do.
Wingback now.
In there with D'Angelo Jones, and Jones gets the carry up the middle. D'Angelo in the open field, 40, 35, 30. D'Angelo tripped up at the 26-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 27, but what a run. What a big hole at the middle for D'Angelo Jones.
We're just running off that left side like Donnie talked earlier. Josh is short, and also it looks like Caleb Ellender there, as well as Stathopoulos.
Now timeout. Auburn's going to call a timeout, and we're going to take a 30-second timeout as well. 2:16 to play in the opening quarter. No score, but Prattville in Auburn territory. When we come back, 1st and 10. Lions football continues after these words.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 80 across from the Prattville Country Club.
Welcome back to Kevin Turner Field at Stanley Jensen Stadium. 2:16 to play in the opening quarter. No score between the Auburn Tigers and the Prattville Lions, but the Prattville Lions now with a 1st and 10 at the Auburn 26-yard line. And they're going to get a steady dose of D'Angelo again. D'Angelo hit at the line, and he's down for no gain. No gain on the play right there. We're seeing similar offensive philosophies from both teams tonight, Chip.
Hey, and Donnie, if you can hear me, why is this a read at all, or is he just giving?
It is, but we changed the formation. We moved it late. Auburn did not adjust to the formation, which is why we didn't get any yards there. But look for us to do this again and maybe go the other way because we had numbers on the backside. All right, here it is. And now they move.
Now. From the 26 they go. And this time they give it to Jones once again. He'll go across the 25 to maybe the 24. Right, he's going to be stuck at 25.
Did you see the defense shifted that time when we moved? And, of course, we came right back. I mean, y'all know, and everybody knows this, you run plays to set up plays, and you have to see what they're doing and how they adjust. And they outguessed us that time. We outguessed ourselves the first time. So
3rd down and 10 for the Lions. Ball at the Auburn Tiger 25-yard line. 1:09 to play in the opening quarter. The Lions 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions thus far tonight. 2 of 3. We'll try to keep that streak going. Edwards loads the shotgun, looks to pass, looking downfield. Nothing there. Still dropping back. He's going to take a sack back at the 31-yard line.
Brought down for a loss.
Wow.
And that might pull him out of field goal territory. This might be an opportunity where you just have to go for it.
Yeah, you got to go for this. It just looks like if Trey can pull that, he's one-on-one with the defender. And I like those odds most of the time. But Boy, if there's one thing we couldn't do is afford to take a sack there, and because we were in P-Ryan
in
range.
striking distance. 24 seconds to play opening quarter, 4th down and 15 for the Lions at the Auburn 30-yard line. Edwards loads the shotgun up, and now we've got some motion. I think we got Auburn jumping right there.
Got him.
That'll put us back into 4th and 10 range, and maybe you try a field goal from here. 13 seconds, clock is stopped.
42 yards if we kick it here.
5 yards for offside. 5 yards.
That's good. That's quick. That's good math.
Yeah, here's the deal. If you don't get it, you're going to 5 yard. You're going to move them 5 more yards. Do you go for it? I don't know.
I think you still got to go for it here.
That's why you're an insurance salesman.
I believe you are made the correct choice.
And I'm kicking a field goal.
4th and 10. 2 seconds. 1 second left in the quarter now. They just get the snap off. This will be the last play of the quarter. Edwards steps out. Edwards on the move up the middle. Edwards across the 15. I believe he got his first down to the 14-yard line. He certainly does, and that'll end the first quarter with the Lions in the red zone. 1 quarter in the books. Auburn 0. Prattville 0.
Nice call, Chip.
When we come back,
thank you very much.
Second quarter action, the Lions will have a 1st and 10 at the Tiger 15-yard line. 1 minute break. Lions football continues after these words.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger. So they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
At Sport Clips, we're always looking to enhance the sports experience. So we thought, what if we brought the game to you?
Are you ready for your hot towel?
Yeah, hit me with it. Yeah, me, over here.
I think we'll just leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite games with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our value lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puppy Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
Hey, Milzer.
Noah Sheets will kick off for the Lions.
Welcome back to Kevin Turner Field, Stanley Jensen Stadium. 11:18 to play in the opening half. Your Sport Clips most valuable play the scoring drive of that play. 6-0, Prattville on top. The most valuable play the scoring drive was a 20-yard pass from Trey Edwards to
Ryan McDaniel.
Ryan McDaniel.
And that was Diabate for Auburn that blocked that extra point for Auburn. So 6-0 here with 11-13 in the first half.
Onside kick, pooch kick here for the Tigers, but Tigers fielded at the 38-yard line. They'll take over there. Let's go down to our Steak and Steak Southern reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Guys, we're still trying to figure out how they blocked that. Maybe if you caught it on the replay, but it looked like they came right up the middle.
Number 11.
And I don't know if he just hurdled somebody or what, but he was back there.
Back on.
He was back there quickly. So, yeah, you made reference to can we just go ahead and score off the quote that we'll talk about. We'll talk about that game later on.
Yeah, that'd be a good halftime story.
That'd be a good halftime story.
1st and 10 Tigers now from their own 37, trailing 6-zip to the Lions. And here's a pitch and catch out complete to the 48-yard line. Drugged down by number 6, Josh Jones.
And Turbo Buford.
Number 18, Jay Knight, making the catch.
They're their leading receiver. That's where they're going to try to throw the ball. Their bread and butter is running that A-gap up in the middle, but they will try to get it out to number 18.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 48-yard line. With just over 11 minutes to play in the second quarter. 6-zip. Lions on top, but here is Jay Walker with the carry. He's going to go into Lions territory to the 45, all the way down to the 44-yard line before he's finally stopped.
For 8 yards to the 44.
Down to the 44. It's going to be second down and about 2 yards to go.
Look like Brandon Butts and also Joshua Andrews on the tackle for Prattville.
10:38 left in the half. Lions nursing a 6-0 lead. Tigers on the move. Here's a give to Walker again. Walker finds a little bit of a hole, and then he finds a big Cardinal-colored wall at the 43-yard line.
Like maybe Josh Andrews, but that looked like a different back there.
Number 30.
Number 30, yeah.
Josh Andrews on the tackle, but the running back was 26. Is that who that is?
Yeah, it's
Josh
26.
Josh
I
Norris.
think.
Josh Norris. And here's 3rd down and 1. They pushed the A-gap, and I don't think they got it.
Yeah, they
once again depend on the spot, and I think he gave him the spot.
Yeah, they did.
Push back, but I guess it's forward progress. Got him just enough for the first down by the quarterback, Brooks Fuller.
Mason Taylor with the tackle.
Mason Taylor makes the stop, but nevertheless, the Tigers move the chains. 1st and 10 now at the Lions' 41-yard line with 9:55 to play in the opening half. 6-zip Lions on top. Extra point blocked. Leaves us at 6, and here is Fuller rolling out the pass, looking and now firing down the field. This ball is knocked away.
Right
Number
Good
12, Quan Jones at the 20-yard line, knocked it away from the intended receiver.
2nd 10.
Beautifully covered.
That's how you draw it up right there. He reached. He didn't drag his arm across the back. He just threw his arm, got a piece of it.
They were looking for
Great
Garrett
job.
Jones right there. That's their go-to receiver, and Quan Jones up to the task. 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers at the Lions' 41-yard line. Fuller. 3 receivers in the set. Give to Walker, and he's going to be he gets squirts a little ahead to the little bit down to the 36-yard line before he's finally drugged down by the Prattville linebacker corps.
I believe that's Norris again. They're giving
Is it
now
Norris?
Walker's back in the game now.
36.
I'd much rather see Norris run the ball than Walker.
Well,
but they're both good backs.
Norris is a little shiftier than perhaps Walker is, but not quite as stout. 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers. Ball is at the Prattville 36-yard line, 9:12 remaining in the opening half, and Fuller wants to pass, sets up the screen to Walker,
good.
and it's set up beautifully. He's got room out to the 25 down to the 21-yard line.
Trey Thompson saved a touchdown there, but that was a beautiful screen set up there.
We had one guy that read it, and they had 3 guys to block him. That doesn't work out generally in your favor.
No.
Not usually. Clock on the move, 8:58, second quarter, 6-zip lines on top, but the Tigers inside Prattville territory at the 26, and the give to Walker, and he is smashed, and there's a flag down.
There's a face mask penalty or holding.
He was hit very hard. Let's get the number on that. It's all the way across the field. I can barely see it.
That's holding.
Holding is the call against the Tigers. We'll take that one. Take it back 10 yards. Kyrie Davis on the stop there, number 79.
Well, I tell you what, he did a great job because he stuck him. He went straight down.
8:40 to play, second quarter. 6-zip, Lions on top over the Auburn Tigers here in Stanley Jensen Stadium. 1st down and 20 now for the Tigers after the holding call. Back at the Prattville 32-yard line. Tigers trying to answer back to that from that Lions score. Lions defense trying to keep them out. 1st and 20 they go.
Going to be a pass.
Fuller loads up the shotgun and drops back to pass, looking into the far side, now looking near side. Under some pressure. Lucas had a paw on him. Now he throws it into the open flats. Got it complete out to the 30-yard line, down to the 26 he goes. Number 20 makes the catch, Kiwi Wiggins.
And Josh Jones makes the tackle, but, man, P.J. Lucas had him in his grasp and just couldn't pull him down.
Play game's just 4 yards. It's still second down and about 16 to go. The ball is at the Prattville 26-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 15. The line to make is the 11 of Prattville. So here the Tigers go from the 26 of Prattville. Fuller drops the pass, stepping into some pressure. Now he's got room in front of him. Still looking. Now he's going to have to run for it. Nobody open. Great coverage sack by the Lions. He goes down, he does pick up 3 yards, but still outside the original chains.
It's either Mason Taylor, it was Mason Taylor, but boy, when we just saw him break it open, I think if he'd have took off right then, he might have picked up the 1st down, but good job by Mason Taylor.
3rd down and 11 now for the Tigers. Ball at the Prattville 22-yard line. 7:20 to play here in the second quarter. Lions lead 6-zip, but the Tigers are on the doorstep. 4 receivers in the formation, and Fuller wants to pass. Looking and now firing across the middle. This ball's caught at the 15-yard line. Spins off Quan Jones, and he's down to the 10-yard line as the receiver of Auburn. That'll be a 1st down for the Tigers, a 1st and goal for the Tigers.
And that's their go-to receiver we talked about earlier.
Garrett Jones.
Or Jay Knight, I believe.
Jay Knight.
Was it Jay Knight?
Jay Knight, 18.
Yeah.
Garrett Jones, 16.
Yeah. And again, it is hard to read those numbers from here.
Silver on white.
Yeah.
A little challenging.
Yeah.
6:53 to play in the second quarter. 1st and goal for the Tigers at the Lions' 9-yard line. Prattville on top 6-zip, but it's precarious at the moment as the give to Walker goes up the middle, and he is taken down to the 8-yard line for a 1-yard gain.
For 2 yards to the 8.
Yeah, Norris again there.
Norris, yeah.
2 good backs. They are a little different. Like you said, Norris a little shiftier, and I would think they want to get Walker in this situation, and he comes in right as we speak.
Yep. 2nd and goal for the Tigers from the Lions' 8-yard line. 6:20 to play in the second quarter. Lions holding on to a 6-0 lead, but it is in jeopardy at the moment as Fuller goes up under center. Sends Knight in motion. And here is a give to Walker up the middle, and he is going to go into the end zone for the score. 6:05 to play in the second quarter, and the Tigers have equalized. 6-6 now.
Just a little draw play right there, and you can run that when you've thrown the ball the last 12 plays.
Yeah, you can.
All right, let's see if we can block this. I don't know if we got anybody that can jump as high as that guy they had. Had it on the pitcher down here, and he was up there pretty good.
Avery Atkins on for the point after.
Avery Atkins.
And the kick is up, and very, very good. With 6:05 to play in the second quarter, the score is Prattville 6, Auburn 7. Lions football continues in 30 seconds.
Chip and Mills are here at one of our favorite eating places, Country's Barbecue. I'm about to tackle this month's special, the $2 off the chef salad piled high with your choice of smoked meats and all the salad fixings you want. What about you, Milner?
Chip, I didn't get a body like this eating salad, so I'm going with Larry's special 7 ounces of delicious beef tenderloin with fresh cut fries and some of that great mason jar tea.
Milner, it don't matter. You can't go wrong with anything on the menu at Country's Barbecue.
Back to Stanley Jensen Stadium, Kevin Turner Field, where your score is now Auburn 7, Prattville 6. On a long scoring drive by the Auburn Tigers. 6:06 to play in the second quarter, and now Atkins prepares to kick off. To our lines, going from right to our left, and if history is any indication, we'll not get a chance to return this. As he puts toe to leather and kicks it away. And this is going to be a touchback.
It barely went out.
Into the bleachers behind the end zone. Let's go down to Steak and Shake Southern reporter Donnie Burnett.
Actually going to return that was the guy sitting in the bleachers in the end zone.
That's correct.
All right, we need to mount another scoring drive. I think if we just line up in our formation and then call our play and not shift out of it, because that takes away, we don't really know where they're going to be, I think we can be successful running the ball if we go back to that tight wing set with the wing back. So let's see what Coach Anderson chooses to do here.
As they break out of the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 20 they go. Edwards leads his troops back out on the field. Now down by a point. The difference in the game so far is a blocked extra point by Mahmoud Diabate. That's fun to say. I'm going to say it a lot. Edwards loads a shotgun, and it's a keeper all the way, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and be down right there. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Lions. Not a lot of space there for Trey Edwards.
Got a heat timeout.
Now a heat timeout with 5:54 to play. And we're going to take a 30-second break.
5:54, 49, 48.
Lions football continues after these words.
Why would you spend $50,000 on a truck and then go to Big Box City to get a $10 fog light? Get rugged, dependable, and still affordable truck accessories at the River Region's leader, Blue Ox Outfitters on Cobbs Ford Road. The hottest selling name brand truck accessories, all-terrain tires and rims, plus professional installation. Blue Ox Outfitters, the strength that drives the legend. 2480 Cobbs Ford Road, I-65, exit 179.
An extra point blocked by Mahmoud Diabate. 7-6 is your score. And our stadium producer tonight is Stacy Mills. Tonight's studio engineering crew includes Randy Williams, Olivia Carswell, and KK Harris, who are enjoying hot and fresh Papa John's pizza back at Mission Control. Better ingredients, better pizza. That's Papa John's.
I got to give a shout out to JJ the Chief Kemp in Nashville, Tennessee, tuning in and listening to us tonight. And you know what I hadn't mentioned tonight is that 2017 Texas Edition Silverado.
I was wondering when you were going to mention that bad boy.
Crew cab truck. I drove that thing down here, and everybody knows the Texas Edition, man. They see it and they go, Chip, what is it about the Texas Edition? I said, it's just big, man.
Besides that awesome Texas star on the back of it.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Anyway, y'all didn't get a chance to ride in it. Did y'all get down here okay?
We did. I mean, I didn't have that kind of transportation, but it was nice still. We still made it. It gets me from A to B. 2nd and 10 for the Lions after the heat timeout at their own 20-yard line. And we've got some motion. Tigers trying to anticipate the snap, and it's going to cost them 5.
Tigers will be penalized for
that is a neutral zone infraction.
2nd down and 5.
2nd down and 5. Now coming up for the Lions at their own 25. 5:52.
Mondo was a little anxious on that.
He was Mondo anxious. 2nd and 5 from the 25. Go the Lions. Trailing 6-7 to the Tigers. Edwards wants to pass. He's in some trouble in the backfield, steps out of some pressure, and he just flicks it forward, and this intercepted as he flicks it forward at the 20-yard line.
No,
oh, man.
they said he's down.
Incomplete? They're going to say he was.
No, it is an interception.
Now they are giving him the ball.
Yeah.
No, the defender was down when he caught the ball, but Trey was not down.
Okay.
And he's coming off a little
ball.
hobbled, and it's Auburn's ball at the 22-yard line. Well, that is just a critical mistake right there. Just shuffled it right to the defender who was laying on the ground.
And it was Mondo Thomas that put all the heat on Trey and made him throw that errant pass there. And I know Trey wish he had that one back.
Yeah. 5:38 to play here in the opening half, and the tables are turning a bit as the Tigers up 7-6 now have the ball in the turnover. Second interception of the night at the Lions' 21-yard line, and here is Jay Walker hit and dropped after about a 2-yard pickup down to the 19-yard line.
Like Josh Andrews on the tackle. And we called Josh's name out a lot last week, and he's picking that up again this week. Great job by Josh Andrews.
Clock on the move, approaching 5 minutes now. Second down and 6. Second down and 6 for the Tigers at the Lions' 18-yard line. Fuller going right up under center right now. He's got Walker in the eye. And he's got the snap, and he gives it to his up man, and he gets out to the 16-yard line. That's number 20 carrying the ball, Wiggins.
Fields and Taylor on the stop for the Lions.
Taylor, 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4 from the Lions' 15-yard line with 4:42 to play in the second quarter. Tigers up 7-6 at the moment. Lions trying to keep him from getting any more. As Fuller loads up the eye once again. Now shifting his up man just slightly to the right. Under center he goes. And here's a give to Jay Walker. And Jay Walker inside the 10, inside the 5. And Jay Walker down to the 1-yard line. Inside the 1.
First and goal at the 1.
First and goal for the Tigers.
They just pulled the right guard, and did a little delay, and he just followed him through the hole, and it was wide open there. So the good execution right there by the Auburn offense.
Tigers inches away now from opening this game up a little bit. 3:58 to play in the second quarter. And like that, right up the middle they go and into the end zone. 3:55 to play before the half, and the Tigers have put 13 unanswered on the board. They lead 13-6 over our Lions. Well, offensive miscue cost us there. Cost us 6, possibly 7, as the point after from Atkins is forthcoming. Waiting for the snap and hold now. The All-State good hands are up, and it's over the All-State good hands.
I think it's good.
And it's good. 3:55 to play before the half. Your score, Tigers 14, Lions 6. We'll take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
It's not too early to sign up to make money. The region's largest quality kids consignment sale will happen October 21st through 29th. It's the Mom's Marketplace Fall Sale at Prattville Pickers. Children's clothing, shoes, accessories, toys, books, strollers, swings, furniture, even maternity, and much, much more. Sign up to sell your quality kids items at momsmarketplace.net. Be a volunteer to earn more and shop first. And it's the largest kids consignment sale in the region. Sell, shop, save. momsmarketplace.net and on Facebook.
Stadium, 3:55 to play before our halftime, as 14-6 Tigers on top over our Lions. Back-to-back scoring drives by the Tigers. Critical turnover, and Prattville now was up 6-zip momentarily. Now they trail 14-6. And tides can turn quickly in a game like this, as this kick is up and away, and is going to sail into the end zone as well, out of the end zone. Let's take it down to our Steak and Steak Southern reporter, Donnie Burnett, for further analysis.
Boy, that running back is as good as advertised.
Mills. Let's take it back out of the Steak and Shake Southern Reporter, because apparently something's going on down there. The Millser is down there messing around with Donnie.
That was my Stacy Mills impression.
Oh,
come on!
Yeah, it was pretty good. Wasn't
that was spot on. I thought it was Milser.
You thought it was Milser. That was spot on.
That's really, really good,
guys. This the tide turned quickly there on that play. We'll come back in a second.
1st and 10 from the 20. Go our Lions after the touchback. Edwards gives off to Jones, and Jones fights for yardage up the middle to the 25-yard line. 5-yard pickup for D'Angelo. And Prattville, we're going to give him 6 yards, actually. Wait.
Yeah, back
6 yards.
Back to the interception. I mean, Trey was trying to make a play and just made a bad decision. I know we talked about that, and that's what he said over there on the sideline.
Yep. 2nd down 5 from the 25 go the Lions after the 5-yard pickup by Jones. And here's a give to Jones again, this time going nowhere at the line of scrimmage.
Jones for a loss of 1.
Chip, you asked me earlier if that was a read play, a design read play. Yes, it was, and the read actually made the tackle that time. So probably not a great read by Trey right there.
Well, we hadn't seen Trey pull it.
We have not seen Trey pull it yet.
So I've seen several times where he was going to be one-on-one, and a lot of times now I know he is limping just a little bit. I don't know if it's still lingering, that little injury you had.
3rd and 5 now for the Lions. From the 25 they go. 2 receivers to the far side. And here's a give to Jones up the middle. He's hammered at the line. And once again, play failed to gain, and it is 4th and 5. And the Lions, deep in their own territory, have to punt this one away. 2:35 to play in the opening half. And this Auburn offense is really heating up right now. You hate to give it back to them with some time left on the clock before the half. The Lions trail 14-6. To the Tigers, who have scored on their last 2 possessions. And now Ty Pirine set the punt this one away to him. Low kick, low snap, and the kick does just get away. Nice punt by Pirine, takes a hop at the 40-yard line and stopped at the 39 by the Tigers. So the Tigers, with 2:05 to play in the half, will have good field position at their own 39 to start this drive. Let's take it down to Steak and Shake sideline reporter Donnie Burnett.
Well, like I said the last time we talked, just made a mistake on that last drive, and I'm not real sure what we're thinking right now. It doesn't look like we're what's the word I'm trying to say? It looks like we're just trying to
rhythm.
Keep this thing close right now. We're not being aggressive. We're not taking shots down the field anymore, and I understand down here at your 20, that's hard to do.
1st and 10 now for the Tigers at their own 39, and here's a give to Walker, who stopped at the 40-yard line, maybe just outside the 40, gain of 1, maybe 2.
The quick outs that we threw last week to Petway, the wheel route to Malik. Let's take a shot at one of those every once in a while.
I hadn't seen Malik in there a lot.
He hasn't been, and I don't know if he's gimped up or something, but
he's got his helmet off over there.
I'll try to find out.
2nd down and 8 for the Tigers from their own 41-yard line. Fuller wants to pass, throws across the middle, and this ball is nearly intercepted. Had it in his hands at the 45-yard line. It could have been 6. Possibly Trey Thompson broke it up beautifully, but, man, he could have had more.
Yeah, he probably would have scored on that one. But as close as it was of us scoring, it was about that close to him as well. It was really a bang-bang play right there. But good break by Trey Thompson. And Donnie, I'll get back with you on what you were talking about earlier on our offensive scheme, I think, after this play.
Minute 30 to play, 3rd and 8 from the 41. Their own 41 go the Tigers. And here's Fuller flooding the secondary again, looking to pass, and now throwing it deep. Got a man back there, and it is incomplete, knocked away at the 25-yard line.
It's 4th down.
Great coverage by Quan Jones, who's a little gimped on the play.
Yeah, we might have got away with a slight one there.
We dodged the bullet right there.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we might have got there just a little bit before the ball.
Yeah, and we
didn't see anything.
We didn't really have our back, or we didn't turn on the ball. But, Donnie, what you were talking about earlier is they play so soft. They line up, but their corners back up 8 to 10 yards off. So it seems like we could
throw that quick out and get 5 or 6 yards on 1st down, and then it allows you a little more opportunity to do things on 2nd and 3rd.
That's right, and possibly bring those guys up a little tighter in coverage.
Auburn set the punt away. Punt is away from their own 30-yard line and received by Turbo at the 20, 25. Trying to get to the outside, cuts it back in, and he's down to the 30-yard line with 1:13 to play before the half. Your score is Auburn 14, Prattville 6. And now a chance for Prattville to get a little momentum headed into the locker room with 1:12 to play and all their timeouts still available.
Yeah, well, what we talked about, Auburn playing soft on the corners, they're definitely going to be playing soft here. They're going to give up these short routes here.
Stay tuned at halftime for our interview with Chip Powell and Larry Puckett's Frank Yergin and the halftime segment coming up shortly.
Husband of Gail Yergin, assistant principal at Prattville High School.
I've heard such things. Here's a give to D'Angelo up the middle, dragging tacklers out to the 33-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play as we go under a minute to play in the opening half.
Got a little update on Malik down here.
Mm-hmm.
He is a little gimped up. He's kind of, I don't want to say limited, but he's spot playing, I think is what the word is.
2nd down 7 for the Lions from their own 33. And taking a shot deep is Edwards, looking for Washington. Trips and falls at the 35-yard line. And he had a step on both the guys that were covering him. I think that might have got tangled up in each other's cleats, but it goes incomplete nonetheless.
Yeah, the ball was underthrown too, but Washington, like you said, had a step on them. If it had been there, it could have been a big play, possibly a touchdown. But I think you're going to have to take chances like that.
Yep.
Even though Auburn's very conservative and very disciplined on defense, they're not going to let you get behind them. But that time we were a step on them. But I'd like to see give us Petway a shot at that.
39 seconds left in the half. 3rd and 7 for the Lions from their own 33-yard line as Edwards looks to pass again. Now throws this one, and this one nearly intercepted again at the 35-yard line. Incomplete it goes.
Little screen. They were
trying to set it up.
Yeah,
yep.
And they had some blockers out here.
Yeah,
but
that was the hardest thrown screen pass I've ever seen.
I think Trey wanted to make sure that one didn't get intercepted, so he didn't launch it up there. There were several defenders in the area, but may not have been a bad decision there.
4th and 7, the Lions will punt away. P. Ryan heels down to his own 19-yard line with 33 clicks left here in the opening half. And this gets blocked. It is blocked. And it goes out to the 45-yard line, though. The Tigers will take over at the Prattville 45-yard line.
Yeah, there's no way that should happen. They came off the edge and blocked it. And your outside guy in that 3-man front that you have has got to take that guy because he was the only guy that rushed.
Right.
And they just stayed tight. If you're talking about when I'm talking about those 3 up
Right.
backs.
Your personal protectors.
Yes.
Well, 20 seconds left here in the opening half, and the Tigers now with an opportunity from the Prattville 45-yard line. 25 seconds back on the clock. 25 seconds left in the half. And Brooks Fuller is going to take advantage of his opportunity here. They're going to load the shotgun up, put 3 receivers on the far side and 1 to the near side.
And
Knight on the near side.
Knight. He's here on this side. He's got single coverage, so that's where they're going to go with it.
Buford, loads it up, now looking to pass, throwing it deep to the far side. 2 receivers down there, and
Brandon Butts
breaks it up at the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 16 seconds left for the Tigers. 14-6 is your score. Prattville trailing the Tigers of Auburn.
Now, I'd like to see us play this a little softer than we were last time. We are now, thank goodness. But we were playing them pretty tight with 25 seconds left. Now we're backing up a little bit.
2nd and 10. Fuller looking to pass again. Now throws across the middle. This one's looking for Garrett Jones. Throws it behind him. Incomplete. Well covered by the Prattville defense back there. With 11 seconds now to play. 3rd and 10 they go. Number 99, Willie Willis, checking in on the defensive front. Giving Fields a little rest. Rodney Thompson, checking out. So from the Prattville 45 they go just before halftime. 11 seconds left before the half. Auburn 14, Prattville 6. And here's Fuller once again looking to pass. Throws it complete at the 35-yard line, trying to break it to the outside. Now cuts back in on his feet at the 30, down to the 28-yard line. 2 seconds left, 1 second left now into the half. They may try to put time back on the clock here. And now the officials are signaling something. I'm not sure. Are we at halftime, or are we going to get?
They're going to give them one more play.
They're going to get one more play out of this. The ball is spotted at the 28-yard line. This will be 2 seconds back on the clock. This will be the last play of the half.
It'll be about a 40-yard field goal here.
Avery Atkins is your field goal kicker, but we got a timeout on the field, and we're going to keep it right here. Boy, we had just a defensive stalemate in the first quarter, and then Prattville scores, Auburn scores, 3 straight possessions where you see touchdowns, and then back to a stalemate. But at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be selecting a Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. And at next Friday's pep rally, the great folks from Buffalo Rock will be on hand to make a nice plaque presentation along with a certificate from Sport Clips for an MVP treatment. So stay tuned at the end of the game for your selection of the Buffalo Rock Pepsi Player of the Game. Do want to make sure that you hang on at halftime for a riveting, jaw-dropping expose
No doubt about that.
on Larry Puckett Chevrolet. Chip Mills with Chip Powell with his hard-hitting expose with Frank Yergin.
Frank Yergin undercover.
I heard you don't hold anything back in this interview.
Listen, the things you're going to hear and understand about Frank Yergin are going to be mind-blowing. The guy is a wild man.
This is what I hear.
Yeah.
Last play of the half, Atkins set for the field goal attempt from 45. And we've got players all over the field trying to come in and out.
You're going to get another opportunity. But they did stop it. We got a timeout.
I'm not sure what happened, but we've got about – Donnie, can you sort out the mess that's down there that we're seeing?
Timeout somebody.
Lions called a timeout and get credit for it. But I believe the field goal was good. I mean, 45-yard field goal that towered over the goalpost. That's quite a leg on Avery Atkins.
We were told he didn't really have that good a leg.
That was the scouting report. Yeah.
But after all
but his kicking leg is very good.
Yes.
His other leg, and maybe not so
when
much.
all the kickoffs have gone beyond the end zone, I've decided that he has a good, excellent leg.
Yes, at least one that we know of.
Yeah.
Let's go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Donnie Burnett.
Sorry, guys, I'm old home week over here on the sideline and visiting with 2 of my former rehab therapists, and we're just discussing everything. Kind of not watching the game. Tell me what happened on that last field goal.
Well, he kicked it. He kicked it to the city hall.
Yeah.
It went a long way. I know the kid's still looking for the ball. I think they got a new one or they borrowed one of ours.
Maybe give him that flat ball. They're going to try this again. Coming out of the timeout, a 45-yard attempt for Avery Atkins from the hash mark.
And it's going to be another timeout, Prattville.
And I think Coach Anderson has called a timeout.
Yes.
I think.
Freezing, baby. Freezing.
He's doing just that. Hey, because you're a Lions fan listening to the game tonight, you can Extreme Bowl at Bama Lanes in Prattville for half price. Extreme Bowling happens every Friday and Saturday night from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. The normal cost, including unlimited bowling and shoe rentals, $10. And with this week's Bama Lane secret phrase, you can Extreme Bowl for $5. That's half price when you sign in, but you must tell them the secret phrase. And this week's phrase is Beat the Tigers. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions Network.
Welcome back. Hey, just wanted to say something real quick. Mills and I had lunch this week at Country Barbecue, and
oh yeah,
awesome. You know, the special of the week is the
chef salad
for $8.99, and delicious. Mills will talk about it when he can, I'm sure.
Now we might get this field goal attempt off. It is down and up.
It's long enough.
It's plenty long, and what is going on now?
Timeout, Prattville.
Can you call consecutive timeouts like that? I guess you can.
Yes.
I guess you can. Hey, you can't take them with you, right? Yeah. We just burned 3 timeouts consecutive. Donnie, was that good? I mean, is he 2 for 2? This is shades of West Byram here.
Hey, I'll tell you what, you're not going to be able to do it again, though.
No, you're out now. You're out.
Because I think we have spent all 3 of our timeouts.
Yes. I think if you call one when you don't have one, it's a technical foul, and he gets 2 free kicks, right?
And then I think he does, or they back it up and they bring in the 8 ball and let you kick it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then then they get the ball back.
And
Right.
chances are it'll be long enough.
Chances are.
Yeah.
Well, considering the last one went up in the deer stand behind the concession stand, I think so.
They're going to try this one more time. Avery Atkins comes on with now what is a fatigued leg from all these field goals.
He's exhausted. He did get some Gatorade after that last time.
Rubbed a little Tiger Balm on it. The hold is down and the kick is up.
No good.
And it is a little bit short, but it's just long enough. And
he
because of the triple
How about
freeze,
that?
the triple freeze, no good.
Guys, I'm trying to catch Coach Anderson.
See you breaking through the huddle there.
Look
Get
at
him,
Donnie. He
get him,
got
Steak
it.
and Shake Donnie. I think he was denied. No, he's
Yeah, I got him. Coach, pretty good strategy right there. I think he was 2 for 2 on the timeout kicks and then missed the one that counted.
Yes, sir. He's a pretty good kicker and safety and punter and everything else. They've got some good ball players, and we got to do a better job take care of the football second half.
Yeah, it looks like Trey was trying to make a little hustle play right there, wound up costing us big.
Yeah, we'll get there. I mean, we just can't force things. He's got to read things out, and you know, I mean, a heck of a throw to start with there, and we just got to read things out, and he can do it. He can get it done.
Yeah. All right, Coach. Well, look, Auburn's band's coming on the field, so let's get out of the way.
There you have it. 14-6 at the half. Tigers on top. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, the expose that we promised you. Chip Powell one-on-one with Larry Puckett's Frank Yergin when Lions football continues after these words.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite game with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our value lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puckett Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Aero Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. They needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player. And you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.
Okay, we're coming back to you.
All right, welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium here in Prattville, Alabama, as the visiting Auburn Tigers leading the Prattville Lions 14-6 here at halftime. The Auburn High School Marching Band on the field right now, but we're going to go to an interview we recorded earlier today with our own Chip Powell and Larry Puckett's Frank Yergin.
Tonight's special halftime guest is Frank Yergin from Larry Puckett Chevrolet here in Prattville, Alabama, home of the official Lions Radio Network Truck of the Year, the 2017 Silverado Texas edition. Frank, that we drive to every game, man. We bring the whole crew, and then we go out in it at night, and it's just wherever we go, we're recognized everywhere we go, just because of the Texas edition Silverado packet. But you're recognized mostly as the husband of Gail Yergin. That's correct. Well, and what we wanted to bring you in, I guess, Frank, you're probably the longest tenured salesperson at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. I know you're right there with them, but last week we had on Bruce Williams, and we wanted to bring you on this week and talk a little bit about your career, your family here, and what you do with Larry Puckett, and just kind of sum up a little bit. I know you won't be at the game tonight because you've got a son-in-law that's the head coach for the Opelika Bulldogs. I know you'll be heading out for that. But,
right.
I know that you and Gail attend Prattville games when you can. And she is our assistant principal still at the high school. But talk a little bit about your career, about when you started with Larry Puckett, how'd that get started, and just a little bit about Frank Yergin.
I started in September of 1987.
Now, were y'all still here? Y'all were still over here?
Yeah, we were on Highway 31.
Yeah.
And we didn't move out here on Cobb's Ford till October of 88.
Okay.
And, of course, we built the new place about 4 years ago that we have now.
If you hadn't had a chance, you need to go in to see the showroom. It's huge. I guess y'all have like 3 or 4 cars in there along with all your offices and everything else there, but it's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's more like a dealership where we can park cars inside, and it's a lot bigger, a lot more room than what we had.
Since y'all have been in the new facility, I know y'all have also expanded your numbers of cars and things, and number of people that work there as well. And it's just like when you walk into the dealership there, it's like family. Just the people that we know. You got your Auburn people there, you got your Alabama people there, and you're always going at each other. And
oh yeah,
it's a lot of fun talking to those guys. And then you have really the main reason Larry Puckett Chevrolet makes it today is Lewis Mills at the 10-minute or the express oil change.
They do a great job over there.
They do.
They really do.
And I can't wait to interview him. We're going to do that later on in the year, have Lewis Mills and all. But tell us a little about your family, because y'all have all gone to Prattville High School. You're a Prattville family. Your brothers, your mom, and them all from here. But talk a little bit about your family.
My father and mother both were born and raised in Prattville. They both went to Autauga County High School, graduated 51. We lived in Selma when I was born. For about 10 or 12 years, and then we moved back to Prattville in 67. My wife, Gail, moved to Prattville in 73, and she and I both went to, I went to Autauga County High School, graduated in 76, and she went to Prattville High and graduated in 80. And,
now the reason I know that is, Gail was a senior when I was a sophomore, and all the sophomore guys, just when Gail would come walking down the hall, we go like, here she comes. And then she looked at us, man. We were like, wow. That made our day. We were like, hey, man, Gail Filio just looked at us and acknowledged us. So we were like, man, we felt like the man. But anyway, of course, I played football growing up with your brother Morris.
You did? Yeah.
He and I went to school together as well, and I hadn't seen him much lately. But talk about your children and your son-in-law real quick.
Yeah, I've got 3 children. Chad and Holly live in Deatsville. They have 2 children. Amy and Caleb Ross live in Opelika, and he was the head coach, football coach at McGill-Tulane.
Where they won
for
a
3
state
years.
championship.
Yeah, his second year there they won, and then last year they played in the state championship game and were beaten by Hoover. the Opelika head coach, Coach Blackman, went to be the Auburn offensive analyst, or one of them.
Right.
And so they came after Caleb, and it took him about 6 weeks to finally make up his mind if he was going to move from McGill to Opelika, because they really liked it down there.
Yeah.
And but he did want to get back into the Alabama retirement system, where McGill was a private school and couldn't do that there. So that had something to do with it. But Opelika is a lot like Prattville, a little small town.
Right.
Very football fanatics, and they've really enjoyed it over there. Of course, they're closer to us too, so that's nice.
And I believe you got some grandchildren.
Yeah, they've got 2 children as well.
Right.
They're all 4 of them about the same age, and then Becky is our youngest. She lives over in Atlanta, and she's married, and just found out a couple of months ago she's pregnant. So she's supposed to, I think it's going to be in March when her child will be here.
Okay. Well, listen, I saw you drive up in the new Chevrolet Impala, which is an impressive vehicle. But tell us a little bit about what's going on at Larry Puckett, the specials, maybe financing or rebates or whatever's going on, because I know we do have the end of the year model closeout.
Yep.
And want everybody to go see Frank at Larry Puckett. He's been there longer than anybody. He's the guy you need to go see. But tell us a little bit about this before we go.
Well, we've got the Silverados this rest of this month qualify for 0% financing for 72 months. And, of course, we've got big rebates on them as well. You get one or the other, but we've got a lot of rebates on most everything we sell on the 17s. A few rebates on the 18s, but not nearly as good on the 18s as it is on the 17s.
Right. We and before we go, I'll tell you, when we go to an away game, Mill.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Mr. St. Superintendent of College County Schools, Mr. Brockton, Principal of Prattville High School, and Director of Band, Mr. Chris King, we present the Pride of Prattville Marching Band. Associate Director of the Pride of Prattville is Mr. Michael Stevens. Assistant Directors are Ken Hall, Master Williams, and Devin Stewart. The President Instructor is Russell Manning. Auxiliary coordinator is Ken King. Auxiliary instructor is Taylor Bates and Shelby Mitchell. Tonight our band presents our 2017 halftime show, Mass in Time. We begin the show with Coldplay's fantastic Watch and Time After Time by CBA. We continue our show with Back in Time and movies Back to the Future, and Justin Timberlake and Madonna 4 minutes to save the world. And then we'll conclude tonight's show with I've Had the Time of My Life from the movie Dirty Dancing. Drumming, is the band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Pride of Prattville! Ladies and gentlemen, the Pride of Prattville.
Welcome back to Kevin Turner Field at Stanley Jensen Stadium. Halftime is coming to an end. Hope you enjoyed your hard-hitting expose with Larry Puckett's own Frank Yergin and our very own Chester Powell. Good job on the interview, Chip.
Frank's a hard guy to interview, but with my interviewing skills, I brought the stuff out of him.
Yes, you did.
He got
Indeed,
a little emotional in the interview, but I got him out of it. I got his mind off the emotional things, and he got to the meat of it with 72 months, 0% financing, Chevrolet Silverados.
Unreal.
Yep.
Unreal. Was it like payments as low as like $99 a month?
Yeah.
$500 no
like
credit.
Yeah.
You come in and you drive away.
And I think some months, if you didn't want to pay, just don't pay it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, it's all about relationships. They know you. Hey, we want to thank our quarterback club sponsors as well. We got a fantastic quarterback club here. They work hard. It takes a lot of volunteers to pull off home games and to get these kids to and from road games each week, and a lot of sponsors that make this happen. Starting with our white sponsors, our $500 sponsors: Prattville Carpet, All Creatures Animal Hospital, C2 Fitness, Gibson Tires, Smith Tree Service, and Larry Puckett Chevrolet. Our Cardinal sponsors are $750 sponsors: Max Federal Credit Union, Stokes Tree Service, Heritage Chevron, Trustmark Bank, Deborah Hill, the probate judge Paul Beckman, Durbin Auto Parts, and the Prattville YMCA. Bronze level sponsors, these are $1,000 sponsors for the quarterback club and for the Prattville High School football team: Clyde Chambliss, Senator Clyde Chambliss. Our silver sponsors, $1,500 sponsors: Riverbank and Trust and Arrow Pest Control. And finally, our gold sponsors, $2,500 sponsors: Lynn Norris Allstate, who also supplies the Allstate Good Hands field goal nets for the field, Budget Car Sales, and Buckner and Cook LLC. And speaking of Buckner and Cook, we do want to give a special shout out to our friend Clay Cook, who's fighting hard. And our thoughts and prayers go with you, Clay. Wish you were here with us.
No doubt about it, Clay. We'd like to see you back here watching a game with us sometime. I want to mention something about Blue Ox Truck Outfitters. That's where I took my Silverado to get all spoofed up with a toolbox, floor mats, vent visors, seat covers. And I saw a person this week that had bought a new car, a new SUV.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Toyota. And she said, "Do you know where I can get some running boards?" And I thought, you need to go see Jonathan Woodward at
Blue Ox.
At Blue Ox Outfitters.
Mm-hmm.
She got those on today. She sent me a picture of them. Awesome.
The legend, or the how do they say it? Blue Ox Outfitters, the something that drives the legend. Forgot how they say it in the commercial, but it's really good. That's good stuff over there.
You need to go there, and they stand by what they sell and what they put on. They put those little running boards on, and you can step up into your SUV just like nothing to it, and looks good too.
Well, coming out to start the second half, I see Prattville heading to their sideline, Auburn heading to theirs. Malik Smith still a little hobbled. Still not. I see him running out leading the pack, but he's still not 100%. He's favoring that left leg. Let's see if our Steaky Steak Southern reporter Darnie Burnett is back up and running.
He's back up and running, and he is delivering the special halftime complimentary football to a cute little girl down here on the front row. So
there you go.
As soon as she gets over here, I'm gonna give it to her.
That's one of the privileges of getting here early to the stadium, getting that front row seat, is because if you are lucky enough, you could get one of those special select Donnie Burnett halftime footballs.
Well, and what's changed there is Donnie used to take them from the little girl.
Right.
But now he's giving them to him, so it's good to see Donnie change.
Man, it's always good to give back to the community.
There you go.
And you give him back the ones he took.
There you go.
One at a time.
Speaking of giving back to the community, I've got to give a shout out to my wife right now. She's at home.
Oh yeah, man, I forgot about
That's right, baby.
She got her a brand spanking new Hiptronic 6000 installed Wednesday morning. Got her
a good model.
Yeah.
Got her a brand new hip, and she made a little trip to rehab this morning, and she wasn't real happy when she got back home.
Of course, Bo Jackson got the Hiptronic Model 1000. This is a 6th generation Hiptronic.
Yeah, that thing's titanium, and it's a fine piece of machinery. But she is at home, laid up, chair, watching her and Aaron are watching the game on YouTube right now. So love you guys. I'll be home at some point after some cheese sticks later on tonight.
Perhaps before Saturday morning. Well, Noah Sheets is set to kick this one away to start the second half. Prattville will be kicking to Auburn from our right. To our left, for all you folks listening at home and watching on the YouTube feed, and Sheets kicks this one away to the goal line and brought out to the 10, 15-20, and trying to get some more yards up the middle, but he'll be stopped right there. The 22-yard line is the Auburn return man. Didn't get a number on him.
Look like Adrian Sargent, one of the tacklers for Prattville, a young, good-looking 10th grade linebacker, 6 foot 220. That's a good size for a 10th grader at linebacker.
Yes, it is. Well, the Prattville defense has got their marching orders here. Let's get off the field quickly and give this offense a chance to narrow this lead. 14-6 as we begin the third quarter. Auburn leading our lines. The real difference in the game is the turnovers. Auburn no turnovers and forcing 2 on Prattville, leading to the gap of 8 points that we see right now.
Fields, Thompson, McKeithen, and Lucas, the front 4 for Prattville.
Fuller from the shotgun gives to Walker. Walker hops around the left end and gets out to the 29-yard line where he'll pick up 5 yards before he's finally stopped.
It looked like Butts came up from his corner spot, made an outstanding tackle there, but giving up a little too much yardage there.
You know, that's the first time we've seen them actually run that play to the outside. They bounced it out earlier tonight, but that was actually designed. They tried to hook. They had tried to hook the end over there, tried to hook PJ, and it didn't work, and stretched it out a little bit.
2nd down and 5 for the Tigers at their own 29-yard line. And Fuller is going to hand off to Walker again. This time he is hit in the backfield and dropped for, well, actually I think he might actually fought back to the original line of scrimmage. Hit in the backfield and drug 3 of our guys back to the original line of scrimmage. That's a strong running back.
I'm telling you, if it's listed correctly as a sophomore, we've seen some outstanding running backs. Last week we saw a freshman in Enterprise about the same size as Walker. So
correct.
Outstanding running backs in our region in the future.
3rd and 4 for the Tigers from their 30-yard line. 10:45 here in the third quarter. Prattville trails 14-6 at the moment, trying to get off the field and get this offense back on as Fuller loads a shotgun, hands off to Walker. Walker tries to bounce to the outside, and ball's loose. Ball's on the ground. Picked up by the defense. Brought out to the 29-yard line. Turbo Buford picks up the loose ball.
No, that's Eddie Brown.
Eddie Brown. Yeah. It is Eddie Brown, number 8.
Hold still. We got a flag on the field. We have a flag over here. I don't know if he dropped it or let's see.
On the Prattville sideline?
Yes, right here on the Prattville sideline. He's going to report it now. Let's see. All right.
I didn't see who caused the stick, but Eddie Brown picked it up.
We got a sideline warning.
Sideline warning is the call against the Lions. So the turnover will stand. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Auburn 30-yard line, and that is exactly what this defense needed to produce, a turnover.
Outstanding play by Eddie Brown. You know, Eddie had a rough game last week.
He did.
Defensively, and I talked to his dad before the game, and what a great family those guys are, and great play by Eddie there.
From the Tiger 30 go the Lions. 10:23 to play in the third quarter, trailing by 8. Here's a give to D'Angelo. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage and fights forward back to the line and maybe a half a yard more. But nothing there. Absolutely stonewalled by the Auburn D.
And we see Malik Smith coming into the game.
Great opportunity here. Golden opportunity that Prattville's offense needs to seize. Defense forces a turnover in Auburn territory. From the 30-yard line they go. First, a 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Edwards from the shotgun wants to pass. Immediate pressure, and he hops up the middle. He gets across the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Nicely stepping out of pressure as it was on him immediately. But he picks up about 7 yards. 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Lions at the Tiger 23-yard line. Just underway here in the third quarter. 9:35 to play in the third. Tigers lead 14-6, but the Lions are on the move. 3rd and 3 at the Tiger 23-yard line. Trey Edwards from the shotgun has D'Angelo Jones to the right. Takes a snap and gives to Jones, and Jones fights for yardage. He won't get his first down yardage, but he will get maybe 1 out to the 22. It'll bring up 4th down and 2. Now the question is 3 or try to keep the drive alive. As it's 4th and a long 2 coming up for the Lions. It's going to be a 4th and a solid 3. Ball at the 23-yard line. Play failed to gain. And the Lions will set up and go for this. Edwards from the shotgun. And he gives to Jones. And Jones is hit in the backfield and dropped. And it's a turnover on downs.
Debate.
Boy, just nothing doing. And not a lot of creativity in the play call there. They kept going to the well, and the well was not producing. And so 4 and out they go, and the defense, after forcing that turnover, is right back in the same spot they were before. Let's go to our Steak and Shake Southern reporter, Donnie Burnett.
I want to say that guy is the read, but because he's not being blocked, therefore he's got to be the read. But maybe we should run it away from him once or twice and see what happens, because he is outstanding at that position.
Yeah. Yeah, he's made outstanding plays all night, and that was a big one for Auburn.
First and 10 from the 27, go the Tigers. Fuller in all kind of trouble, steps out of it, gets back to the line of scrimmage and hustles out of bounds along the 31-yard line, the Tiger boundary. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions and Network.
King ran out of bounds around the 31 and second down.
Second down and 6 for the Tigers now at their own 31-yard line. 8:38 to play in the third quarter. 14-6, Tigers on top. And here is Fuller. He's going to keep it this time after the fake to Walker and dive across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
To the 35. Third and 2.
They're going to give him the 35 on that. Third down and 2 coming up for the Tigers.
That play before, Trey Thompson came up a little gimp leg there, but I think he's going to be okay.
Fuller going under center now, 3rd and 2 from the 35, and he's going to keep it. And
looks like he's short.
I think he is going to be short. Short by about a full yard or more, maybe.
1 yard is fourth down. Then for the Lions, number 49, T.J. Williams.
I hope they go for this, and it looks like they are.
They're going to line up for 4th and 1 here. Big time opportunity for the defense once again. They give to Fuller, and the drive, it's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. There's nothing doing there in the middle.
Looks like he's got it.
They may have scored it ahead for just enough, and they have. They moved the chains. 1st and 10 by the narrowest of margins for the Tigers at the 43-yard line, the 38-yard line.
They just did that quick count and just a quarterback, and we just didn't have time to really get our inside package in there. But that was a good job by the Auburn offense.
14-6 is your score. Auburn on top. 7:30 to play in the third period. As now Fuller loads a shotgun once again. He's going to put Garrett Jones in motion. And here's a give up the middle. And he'll be stopped, hit at the line, and falls forward out to the 40-yard line.
Looked like Eddie Brown came up and made the tackle for the Lions.
2nd down and 8 coming up for the Tigers, just inside their own 40-yard line with 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Tigers holding on to a 14-6 lead. Prattville's defense trying to get off the field and spurn this offense into action. As Fuller looks to the sideline. They're going to reload the shotgun up, put 3 to the far side of the field, 1 to the near side. Now from the shotgun he goes, looking to that far side, now firing across the middle, complete out to the 42-yard line. Short, 41-yard line, short of the first down by a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Just a quick.
This little slot receiver ran a real quick slant, and Eddie Brown made the tackle for Prattville.
3rd down and 1. Got the Auburn ball boy running around the field right now. Got him off now.
I bet he did not want to be out there when that ball was snapped.
3rd and 1. Fuller hit in the backfield, and he won't have his first down, I don't believe. I believe the spot's going to have him about a yard shy. Prattville's defense standing tough, not getting any push by the Auburn offensive line. And it's 4th down once again. 4th down and about a yard. Similar situation as the last 4th down. And this time we can have different results.
We got to be ready to get down and get our guys inside that A gap where they like to run that quarterback sneak, and they like to do it quick. And it looks like what they're going to do here, they're going to get a timeout.
Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll take a 30-second timeout. 14-6 is your score. 5:45 to play in the third quarter. Tigers on top of the Lions at the moment. Lions football continues after these words.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
Stadium, Kevin Turner Field, 5:46 to play in the third quarter. And your score, Auburn 14, Prattville 6. Coming out of the timeout, it's going to be 4th down and 1 for the Tigers at their own 46-yard line. This drive, this half started with Prattville forcing a turnover at the Auburn 30-yard line, and then Prattville's offense going 4 downs and out, unable to move the ball. And now Auburn, with the ball back, has moved out to their own 46, and here we are, as they're going to measure this for the first down yardage. And
he's got to be short.
He's definitely short, right?
I think they were just trying to set the ball, maybe. Well, they were measuring it. But anyway, maybe Auburn asked for a measurement. But I think what you do if you're Auburn, you don't have that ability to go quickly here because Prattville should be set. So I think you're going to see Walker get the ball and just run up that A-gap where they've been getting more and more successful throughout the game. But we'll see what they do here.
Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. It's 4th and 1.
Coming out of the timeout now, ball at the 46. 4th down and a full yard to go as Auburn rushes to the line. Looking to get this off quickly. Fuller directly under center, I formation, and a toss to Walker. And Walker might be short, depending on the spot.
They're going to give it to him. He's marking over there.
Yeah, they give him the spot. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Once again, by narrow margin, just moving the chains meticulously, eating up clock. 5:39 left in the third. 14-6 Tigers on top. And it's just a fist fight in the middle right now, just in the trenches. They're just slugging it out.
Well, that's what Auburn wants. They want this game. They're not a big playmaking team. They're just going to drive it down your throat and see a lot of Walker running up the middle.
Fuller from the shotgun once again drops back to pass, sets up the screen. Walker in the middle. He's got room across the 50, 40, still on his feet at the 37-yard line.
Turbo Buford saving a touchdown right there. It's a good wide receiver bubble screen that came back this way and set it up perfectly.
Yep. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Now at the line's 36-yard line. Tigers lead 14-6. Lions trying to hold them at 14 right now. The Tigers with a little momentum here on this drive as Fuller drops back to pass. Rodney Thompson giving some pressure, but Fuller
dropped it. He did.
Tries to complete it out to the 26-yard line and dropped by Garrett Jones.
I'm going to tell you what, he caught that ball.
Yeah, well, he is arguing it. I can tell you that.
His hands were under. He caught that football.
No, don't think so. A replay up here shows he did not catch it.
Well, and the referee said he didn't, and he's going to make the call.
I'm looking at the replay. He clearly skipped it up to him. It's clear as a bell. You can go back and watch the YouTube feed. It's a skip. He didn't catch it on the hop, but it was in the air, but it skipped.
I missed the skip.
Yep. I mean, we could see it clearly.
I must have blinked, maybe. That's what happened.
He threw it hard, so you might have missed it on the blink. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers from the line's 36-yard line. 2 running backs in the set here for the Tigers. Going to go the strong set. 1 receiver in the formation, and that's it. And the give is up the middle to the up man. And he's going to be stopped after about a 3-yard gain out to down to the 33-yard line.
Looked like Eddie Brown, Mason Taylor, and also Fields in on the tackle there for Prattville.
Officially spotted at the 34-yard line. It's 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers. And they're at the 34-yard line, so this would be a 51-yard attempt, well within the range for Avery Atkins. He's good from about 78.
I think they're going for it.
3rd down and 8. Here we go from the 34 of the Lions. Go the Tigers. Fuller. 4 receivers in the set. 3 to the far side. Throws to that far side. And incomplete it goes. Incomplete. He had a man at the 27-yard line at the chains, and he could have had a whole lot more if he pulls it down. But incomplete. It goes. Intended for Will Elston, the senior wide receiver.
They ran a double slant, and they were open. He just short-armed that one. I think Donnie's phrased it as alligator arms.
Footsteps.
Yeah, I think he heard the footsteps of Eddie Brown or Josh Jones. I wasn't sure who that was.
4th and 8, and the Tigers will go for their 3rd consecutive 4th down of this drive. 2 for 2 so far in this drive, and now Fuller drops back to pass, looking downfield and now firing, and this ball is caught. And it will be a 1st down at the 24-yard line. 3 4th down conversions on this drive. That one a 4th and 8. And the Tigers' offense has all the momentum in the world right now as they continue to just trickle this ball down the field. 4:14 to play in the 3rd quarter, and they have had the ball for the majority of the 3rd quarter, minus 4 Prattville offensive plays.
Well,
and no points to show for it. It's still 14-6.
That's what you get in a quarterback that's been starting a long time. He's a senior. Great job by Fuller there for Auburn.
1st and 10 for the Tigers from the line's 25, and the give is to Walker. And Walker down to the 20-yard line, 5-yard pickup. 2nd down and 5 as we roll under 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Auburn has reached the Prattville red zone and leading our boys 14-6. Well, the Prattville defense has been on the field for most of the quarter, and we are getting towards the end of it, and they've got to be a little bit fatigued right now. Got to stiffen up one more time here and get them and get off the field. 2nd and 5 for the Tigers from our 20. Here's Fuller on the give up the middle, and he squirts down. Martin squirts head down to the 16-yard line. He'll be 1 yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
3rd
As we see number 55 checking in, Jaron Fields along the defensive front for the Lions. Kyrie Davis checking out. Clock on the move, approaching 3 minutes now here in the 3rd quarter. And here is Fuller handing off to Morrison. He is pushed back.
Yeah.
He is pushed back short of the first down. Hit at the line and pushed well back.
Yeah, Mason Taylor hit Morris, stuck him good. You know, he's not quite the inside runner that Walker is, but good stick right there by Mason Taylor.
TJ Williams now checking in along the defensive front. It's 4th down and less than a yard, so imagine what the Tigers are going to do.
I think they're going to measure this.
Boy, just it's like death by a thousand paper cuts on this drive.
I'm telling you.
3 consecutive 4th down conversions keep this drive moving, and now they'll measure here in what would be a first down or a 4th and inches.
Okay, first down.
And it is a first down at the 15-yard line.
Spot at the 15.
Hey, the referee said tell them to put the clock to 2:51.
2:44 here in the 3rd quarter.
He said tell them to change the clock to 2:51.
Yeah, I can't really do that from this position.
Or get one of your guys to tell them.
Coming out of that measurement, it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 15-yard line of Prattville. 2:44 to play in the 3rd. 14-6 is your score. Tigers with the advantage. Play clock now set to 2:51. As Fuller loads the shotgun and prepares for another play. This has got to be 14 or 15 plays in this drive thus far. I haven't been keeping count, but it's got to be in the teens. As he's got pulls the high snap down and gives off to Walker, and Walker gets down to the 5-yard line. Another first down.
Should be a holding
flag at the 15-yard line.
Hey, while we got a chance, let's talk about Steak and Shake and Country's Barbecue and what they do for us each week. This week, Country's provided the Auburn radio station with some delicious barbecue sandwiches, and of course, Steak and Shake. We had patty melts, cheeseburgers, and you can't go wrong with either one of those places.
No, sir. No, sir, you cannot.
Good folks supporting Prattville Lion football, and go by and support those guys when you can. Mills and I did that Tuesday for lunch at Country Barbecue.
Lions are the beneficiary of a holding call against the Tigers. Would have been 1st and goal at the 5, and it is now 1st and 20 at the 25. 2:30 to play here in the 3rd quarter. 14-6. Tigers on top, and here is Brooks Fuller from the shotgun once again. Drops back to pass, rolling to the far side. Now looking to the near. Got a man streaking down the field. Finds a man across the middle, and he drops it at the 12-yard line. That is a gift from Jay Knight.
Let me tell you, how good has Fuller been tonight? I mean, that was thrown a little bit behind him, but obviously he should have caught the ball, and that's his go-to guy. So, he's had to have big eyes looking at him wide open in the middle of the field there.
Yeah, that's a tough throw, too, for a left-handed quarterback running to his right and then stop to throw that thing as close to where the receiver was as he did.
2nd down 20 for the Tigers now from the 25-yard line of Prattville. They go. 2 minutes and 13 seconds remain in the 3rd quarter. Prattville trailing 14-6. And here's Fuller again. Looking to pass. Has a little bit of time. Now pressure. Steps out of pressure, and he's going to try to run with it. Now he dumps it off to his release man at the 10-yard line, who makes the catch and falls forward to the 9.
Boy, he had to be close to the line of scrimmage, but I guess they said he was back behind it when he released the ball. But I know he was very close to it. But, man, what a heady play there for him.
Now some discussion here.
Yeah, they did.
Well, okay. They do spot it at the 10-yard line, but after some, I guess, discussion about where the line of scrimmage was, it is now 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers at the Lions' 10-yard line as we roll under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Lions need to keep him out of the end zone.
Well, you think this would go to Walker, but he's not in the game. Norris in the game.
And Fuller throws to the end zone, incomplete. Brandon Butts providing excellent coverage on the slant route and nothing doing. It's going to be 4th down and 5 yards to go.
And they're going to kick it. Is that what they're?
I believe I see number 9 coming on the field.
Yep. All those 4th downs. I guess they think sooner or later we're going to run out of 4th downs.
Yeah, we're going to press our luck one too many times.
When you're 10 for 10 on 4th down, you shouldn't go for it on the 11th time.
You know, usually you do, but, you know, it's a strange game. The ball bounces funny. Atkins on for the field goal attempt. It is blocked. Blocked by Turbo Buford, and the ball is loose at the 28-yard line. Still on the ground. On the bounce at the 34-yard line. It's down right there. Prattville's defense finally shuts him out with 1:44 to play in the third quarter. Turbo Buford comes up huge. A blocked field goal, and that had to hurt, too, because that dude kicks it really hard.
Yeah, he does, but I tell you what, that's the play of the game so far for Prattville, because that might have put us in a deep hole there with Auburn's ball control offense. You know, they like to run like we've seen.
The way they're doing it, you got to think 2 or 3 more possessions max.
That could be the longest drive of the year for no points in high school football.
Yeah. 1st and 10 now for the Lions at their own 33-yard line. Trey Edwards loads a shotgun, and Tigers looking to bring a blitz. Now flags on the play, and we've got some motion. We moved the ball.
Yeah.
We're jumpy.
Josh Short shuffled the ball is what happened on that one.
Well, the Tigers are threatening that blitz, and it's just freaking out our line right now. Let's stay composed here, as now we back it up to a 1st down and 15. Back at our own 28. 1:44 to play in the third. Prattville finally with the ball back, trailing by a score, 14-6. Edwards to pass, now steps out of pressure. They're immediately on him. He gets out to the 30 to 31-yard line, not back to the original line of scrimmage at the 33, but he's 2 yards shy. It's going to be 2nd down and 12. 2nd down and 11. Now ball at the 32-yard line.
I tell you what, Auburn is just so disciplined on defense. They just rarely give up big plays. They make you earn every dime, every yard.
That's right. Rolling under close to 1 minute to play here in the third quarter. Clock at 1:10 and on the move. And Edwards puts 3 receivers to the far side, Petway alone to the near side, and gives it off to Jones up the middle. It runs right into the face of that Auburn defensive front and gets back to the original line of scrimmage, plus maybe one more to the 35. And that's it. 3rd and 9 coming up. And they are really stacking the box on D'Angelo right now.
Well, I tell you, the injury to Malik Smith has really affected our screens out there to wide receiver. He's the guy you like to get it to, as we saw last week on that little screen. He gets 77 yards for a touchdown. But
and our little vertical game on top of that.
Yeah, their safeties just get back deep.
3rd down and 8 for the Lions from our own 35-yard line. Smith comes in motion and now threw across the middle to McDaniel. McDaniel makes the catch at the 43, and he dives ahead to the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lions with 21 seconds to play in the third quarter. And finally, a little bit of life from this Prattville offense that has been very stagnant for the last quarter and a half.
Good throw right there by Trey, right on the money. Ryan makes a good catch in traffic, picks up the 1st down.
From the 45 they go, 1st and 10. Edwards looks to the side. We've got 10 seconds to play in the third quarter. Play clock at 10. So we'll get this play off. This will be the last play of the quarter. 3, 2, now 1, and we're going to go on into the quarter. Won't get the playoff after all. 3 quarters in the books. Your score, Auburn 14, Prattville 6. We're going to take a 30-second break. Lions football continues after these words.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Aero Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
Kevin Turner Field. Fourth quarter play about to get underway. And the Tigers are staked to a 14-6 lead. But the Lions have the ball after forcing a blocked field goal and a turnover. And very little time of possession in the third quarter.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just like what we talked with some coaches from Central Phoenix City High School, about what they did last week. Auburn and Central played, and of course Auburn was up 21-14 at half and ended up losing 34-28, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And Auburn had the ball when time ran out. So we're talking about a good ball team here, and they're just so disciplined, so ball controlled offense, and they're basically like that on defense as well. Just they don't make mistakes in the secondary. I mean,
no.
We've had one guy really just a step behind them, and that was just pure athletic ability with Marquise Washington got behind, and we just underthrew that one. But they make you work it just like they do on their offensive side of the ball too.
Kind of little new running back in here.
Flop the field now, moving from left to right. J.J. Jackson now checks in the ball game, and J.J. gets the carry, but he doesn't get to carry it far. As soon as he has the ball, there are three Tigers in his face challenging him for the ball.
And then Diabate was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now that brings up a very long third down play. It'll be third down and second down. Excuse me, second down at 14. Back at the 41-yard line of Prattville.
And Auburn's going to basically a three-man front with expecting Prattville to do some things on the outside, and with this three-man front, Diabate is going to be coming hard on the edge.
Smith goes in motion. Edwards is going to keep it. Hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's dropped. He actually hit behind the line of scrimmage and loses a yard. Back to the 40-yard line. Going backwards. Third down and 15 coming up. And, you're right, Jib. It's just there's no spaces out there.
Yeah, they're just very sound defensively. Just a three-man front, and there is nowhere to run.
11 minutes left in the ballgame. Prattville down 14-6, needing to make something happen. Third and 15, and they go. And Edwards looking to pass, throwing downfield, looking for Washington, and overthrows him at the 25-yard line. Washington had to step on him once again, but overthrown it is. And 10:47 to play in the ballgame, and Prattville with a 4th and 15 at their own 40. Probably have to punt this one away. Well, Marquise is there. He's got that skinny post twice now with a step on the deep man, but hadn't quite been able to connect.
Well, like we said earlier in the game, Justin Ross, who's the number one player in the state of Alabama, one of the top receivers in the country, did not get over the top and catch anything deep on this team last year. It's really, really good sound defense for Auburn.
Ty Pirine from his own 30-yard line punts this one away, and it is a wobbly end-over-end kick. Fair caught at the 27-yard line for Auburn. Let's go down to our Steak and Shake sideline reporter, Coach Donnie Burnett.
Guys, we're just discussing the O-line down here, and those four, I'm guessing it's a 3-4 look, Chip.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they're doing lately.
We're doubling somewhere, and a linebacker is just coming through free. And I don't know if we're doubling the nose and the linebacker's just coming in that B gap or what, but we did not – we didn't get a whole lot on that last series right there.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Prattville Lions Radio Network. Don't score during the ID.
Martin for 2 yards, give him 3.
Welcome back to Stanley Jensen Stadium. First down for Auburn goes for about 3 yards. Walker across the right side. There'll be no surprise to hear that, as he has gotten the majority of the carries tonight.
I think I'm going to hear a lot of Walker on this series here as they try to run the clock out here.
10-13. They could with the way they play this offense. 2nd and 6 from the 31. They go. Their own 31, and they give them to Norris this time. He gets out to the 31-yard line, maybe a gain of another yard. They're going to spot him actually at the 33. Third down and 5 to go coming up, well, maybe 4 to go coming up for the Tigers. The line to make is the 37. And if you do the math, which you probably can, they're at the 33.
Man, you're getting better with these numbers.
I know. I know. It's the ticks on the field that help me the most. The little hash mark thingies. They really do help count them off. 3rd and 4 now for the Tigers from their own 33-yard line. 9:25 to play in the ball game. Tigers hold on to a 14-6 lead over our Lions, and here is a give to Walker. Walker hit in the backfield and still manages to get close to his first down. He may have it depending on the spot.
According to the
believe he is short.
On the Auburn sideline, he got it.
Well, the yard marker is at the 30s. Well, no, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
There were 3 different spots out there. You could have taken either one. 2 of them gave him a first down. 2 of them didn't give him a first down. 1 did. They took the one that did. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 37, and that was a very gracious spot. 9:13 to play in the ball game. 14-6 your score. Auburn on top. Just salting away time off this clock, minute by minute. Defense coming set. Fuller from the shotgun. 2 tight end set here. He's going to roll it right, and he's going to take it on his own. Hit and dropped in the backfield.
Mason Taylor on the tackle for Prattville.
Maybe a yard loss on the play. Surprise from Enterprise. 6:01 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Enterprise 28, Jeff Davis 21.
Ooh, man.
But that's in Montgomery, isn't it? That's at Crampton Bowl. So Enterprise trying to get their first regional win of the season. We'll see Jeff Davis a little bit later this year. But right now we've got a face full of Auburn Tiger as a 2nd and 11 Tigers from their own 36-yard line with 8:20 to play in the ball game, and on leading our boys 14-6. It's going to take a big play to equalize this game as Fuller drops back to pass, throws it complete out in the flats at the 35-yard line. To the 40 he goes as number 4, Tommy Naismith. He's going to get out to the 41-yard line before the Prattville front finally brings him down. Emerging from the bottom of the pile is number 8, Eddie Brown, but it will bring up a 3rd down for the Tigers.
That was a good job by Naismith. Looked like we were going to stop him. He cut it back inside, made a good gain out of it for Auburn.
3rd and 5, Tigers from their own 41-yard line with 7:40 to play in the ball game. Prattville with a chance to make a stop here and possibly get the ball back. 3rd and 5. Send a man in motion and put 3 to the far side of the field, and Fuller's looking that way now. Throws it back, sets up the screen to Walker, and Walker gets his first down across the 50 to the 48-yard line. Dadgummit, 1st down Tigers.
Well, what a great play. Was that P.J. Lucas?
P.J. Lucas caught him from
He
behind.
sure did. That shows you the talent that young man has. He rushing the quarterback and saw the screen, went back and maybe saved a touchdown there because it was wide open.
Well, that screen has hurt us 3 or 4 times tonight, and that time it puts the Tigers into line territory at the 47. 1st down with 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Fuller with a fresh set of downs, loads the shotgun once again. Norris and Walker in the backfield with him now, and he gives to Walker around the right side, and Walker hit and dropped at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. 2nd down and 8 coming up as we move deeper into the 4th quarter. 6:50 to play now.
Well, you really got to like the play of Fuller, the catalyst, the quarterback for Auburn. He's just, man, he's just like this team. He doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah.
He makes sound decisions, and he makes those throws when you have to make them. He's thrown the screen passes perfect, and just really in control of this offense for Auburn, and running off already, 5 minutes off the clock on this drive here.
2nd and 7 for the Tigers at the Lions 43. And here's Walker again, hit and dropped in the backfield. He's going to get about a yard loss on the play.
Mason Taylor and Brandon Butts both over there. Outstanding contained right there by Butts as Mason Taylor came up and laid the hit on him there.
So 3rd and 8 for the Tigers now as we go under 6 minutes to play in the ball game. 14-6 Tigers on top. A frustrating night for the offense thus far, but still.
How eerie is this game when you compare it to the Auburn-Clemson game?
Oh, gosh.
What's the score in that game?
14-6, I believe.
And very similar here.
3rd and 8. Fuller loads a shotgun, looks to pass, throws into the formation, and this ball is caught at the 32. 1st down.
Yeah, good throw and catch right there. It was just a comeback route, and he just did a good job of digging and catching that one. Wasn't bad, wasn't terrible coverage by Turbo. Might have given him a little bit too much cushion, but good throw and catch.
And a timeout on the field with 5:30 remaining in the ball game. 14-6 is your score, and we'll break away for 30 seconds as well. Lions football continues after these words.
I'd like to remind you, if you're doing a concession stand, we have dollar hamburgers, dollar hot dogs, dollar nachos,
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite game with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our value lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puppy Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back to Kevin Turner Field at Stanley Jensen Stadium. And 14-6 is your score. Prattville on the short end of that stick. And this Auburn offense has managed to move this game along rapidly without scoring any points, but keeping the offense on the field is the dangest thing, Chip.
It's exactly what they did last week against Central. They just talked to their coaches, and they just said they have 12 and 15 play drives. I mean, it's almost like the team that doesn't punt on fourth down, never punts. I mean, it's almost like them. Yeah. But, I mean, they're just very efficient.
5:30 to play in the ball game. 14-6 Tigers on top of our lines here in Stanley Jensen, and it is 1st and 10 Tigers from our own 34-yard line. And Walker gets the call, and Walker finally breaks free up the middle. He's at the 15, 10, down to the 5. 1st and goal, Tigers.
Yeah, Brandon Butt saved a touchdown there, and Walker comes up a little gimpy leg there. But, yeah, man, that was tough there. It's going to be get behind these guys 2 scores, and you're in trouble this late.
Yeah, 1st and goal for the Tigers at the line's 7-yard line. And give this defense a lot of credit tonight. You know, this is a mistake-free defense for Auburn. It's a mistake-free offense too.
Yeah.
And this defense has played step for step with them. You know, that's the first run of any length tonight that I can think of.
Yeah, it is. It's just like what we've been told. They're just going to keep attacking the middle of that line. Maybe that time they went a little outside a little bit, maybe in the B gap, but they're just attacking that middle line there.
1st and goal, Tigers from the Prattville 7-yard line. 4:55 to play in the ball game, and here is a give to Norris this time, and Norris won't go anywhere. He'll get down to the 6-yard line, maybe just outside the 5, and they will continue to let this play clock go down to about 0 before they snap it again.
If we got a chance, we cannot let them score here.
You can't allow even a field goal right here.
Yeah, you got to think if you're Auburn, you're going to play very conservative, maybe even line it up in the middle of the field and basically be kicking a field goal like an extra point.
Well, the play clock hasn't even started yet. It's sitting on 25, and the ball's been set for 10 seconds.
Running.
And the clock is running. Oh, boy. 2nd and 5. 2nd and goal from the 5 for Auburn. Fuller from under center. Hands off to Walker, and Walker is down to the 1. Down to the 1. Maybe inside the 1 even. 3rd and goal. Under 4 minutes to play now. 14-6. Auburn on top and looking to maybe ice this one with another score.
Yeah, you got to have a turnover here, but you know what they're going to do. They're going to quarterback sneak this one. So
quarterback sneak or 21 in the B gap.
Clock on the move at 3:40. 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. And here is Fuller for under center. He takes and makes the push, and he goes in. 3:30 to play in the ball game, and Auburn scores again, 20-6 now over the Lions. Interesting score from Hoover. Spain Park has scored to go ahead, 24-17 over Hoover. Was that 3rd quarter? Or was that 4th quarter, Stacy?
I think it was 3rd quarter.
2 minutes left in 3rd, and Spain Park has gone on top of Hoover. And right here, Avery Atkins is on for the point after for Auburn to make this a 21-6 gap over our lines with 3:31 to play in the ball game. Waiting for the snap, and now the hold and the kick, and kicked it all the way to Main Street, and it's good.
Hun's out in the road.
3:31 to play. As you score, Auburn 21, Prattville 6. Lions football continues after these words.
Chip and Mills are here at one of our favorite eating places, Country's Barbecue. I'm about to tackle this month's special, the $2 off the chef salad piled high with your choice of smoked meats and all the salad fixings you want. What about you, Mills?
Chip, I didn't get a body like this eating salad, so I'm going with Larry's Special. 7 ounces of delicious beef tenderloin with fresh cut fries and some of that great mason jar tea.
Mills, it don't matter. You can't go wrong with anything on the menu at Country's Barbecue.
Stadium, 3:31 to play in the fourth quarter, and Auburn has scored again to go up 21-6 over our Lions. And the way this offense has been running, it's going to be very hard for Prattville to get back into this ball game. You've got 3:30 to play. If you're going to score, you're going to have to score quickly and get the ball back, because you put it back in the hands of this offense, they're going to ice the clock away. So Atkins prepares to kick this one away, moving from right to left. And he just taps it out of the back of the end zone. Looks like he's not. It looks effortless, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to go that far, and it just keeps going. But that was almost on the fence.
Yeah.
There.
It was a squib kick that went out the back of the end zone.
He squibbed that 3 yards behind the end zone.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that somebody should sign him as a kicker.
Probably. Probably.
Maybe that ball's got helium in it or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to check that.
So with 3:31 left on the game clock, Prattville with 6 points to show after 3 3/4 quarters needs to score quickly as they trail Auburn 21-6. Edwards loads the shotgun, looks to pass, looking downfield, and now firing deep, looking for Washington, and Washington double covered, incomplete at the Auburn 40-yard line.
Guys, while we got a second, I got to give a shout-out to the Prattville Junior High 8th grade football team right now. Went out and took care of some business last night over at Millbrook Middle School with a 27-8 win. And after this play, we're going to talk about our 8th grade player of the game.
Yeah, and the play.
2nd and 10 for Lions from their own 20-yard line, and here is the pitch out to Washington, incomplete at the 31-yard line. Go ahead, Donnie.
There's the play that we talked about earlier tonight.
Yeah.
Had we hang on to that one, they probably had a good look, would have looking at a 3rd and about 3. Albert Taggart was the Chris Britton Alpha Insurance Player of the game last night. 175 yards rushing, 10 carries, and 4 touchdowns.
Wow. That's pretty good yards per carry there.
You got to talk about the play, though, that he asked
I'm getting there.
Okay.
3rd and 10 for the Lions from their own 20. Edwards loads it up, looks downfield, stepping out of pressure. Now he's going to have to just chunk it, and Malik Smith comes back for it, and does he make the catch at the 47? They're going to say, yes, he does.
Yes, he did.
They're going to give him the catch at the 47-yard line. Prattville moves the chains.
All right.
1st and 10 for the Lions.
All right, so the play that Chip is talking about, we had thrown. Well, we're discussing the catch now.
Did you see it? Did you see it, Donnie? Did he catch it?
I couldn't tell, but
now they're saying he did not catch it.
Apparently he didn't, and they've already moved the chain. So
look, man, you either make the call or you don't make it. The guy who's closest made the call.
Yeah, but the guy behind him overruled it, so I don't know how that works. But anyway, that's why we're set to punt this ball away.
4th and 10 from our own 20. We're going to punt this one away with 3:10 in the ball game.
We actually attempted to throw 2 passes last night just for funsies.
Yeah.
And anyway, we wound up taking a sack, and we were looking at a 4th and about 10. And let's get this punt away, and then I'll finish the story.
P. Ryan heels down to his own 5-yard line, picks the low snap up and punts this one away. It is a high, wobbly spiral. Fair caught at the Tiger 41-yard line. So they'll take over with 3:02 to play, leading 21-6.
All right, so after we ran the play on 3rd down, and we had a wide-open receiver, and the quarterback just couldn't find him. And anyway, long story there. Called timeout, bring him over there to the sideline, and I'm like, look, can you just get me a 1st down? And he goes, well, Coach, would it be okay if I scored? And I went, you know what, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. 26 yards later, he's bouncing in the end zone for the touchdown.
That is very water boy.
That just shows you the limits that you're putting on your players, Donnie. You tell them to get a first down. Tell them to get a touchdown.
You know, well, I told him, hey, you could run this first play if you wanted to for a touchdown.
1st and 10, Auburn from the 41, and give us to Norris, and Norris gets out to the 43, 44-yard line.
And he did. 55-yard touchdown run on the first play of the ball game. So
nice.
Albert Taggart had an outstanding night last night, and when he got his award today, this is why I said this kid's going to go places. He wanted his offensive lineman in the picture with him.
Wow.
He said, I couldn't have done that without the line last night.
End of the third quarter at Crampton Bowl, and listen to this, Enterprise up 35-21 over Jeff Davis. So Enterprise maybe turning the corner tonight. 2:20 to play in the ballgame here. And the news is not good as Walker gets a carry for Auburn and carries across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Still shy of the first down, but the clock continues to roll with 2:12 left, now 2:10 left. Auburn up 21-6.
And, guys, this is a time where we start talking about players of the game for Prattville. And,
This is a good time to talk about it.
Yeah.
The Lions are called a timeout.
Hey,
we got time to talk about it.
While we're talking about that, too, I've got to give a shout-out for our 7th graders who were victorious last night, 32-12 over the Young Millbrook Middle School Mustangs. So they're 1-1 now, and the 8th grade's 2-0, and the freshmen are 1-0, and the JV is 1-0. So future's looking good right now.
No doubt about that. And you're talking about a junior dominating team here for Prattville is just loaded with a very talented junior class. But, guys, I think you got to give it to somebody on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I'm thinking Takarius Buford gets my vote for a blocked field goal and a recovered fumble.
We said Buford, we said Brandon Butts, and we said Mason Taylor.
Yeah.
Which I think all those guys will be back next year, too.
Well, let's talk about which one. You know, Mason Taylor's got to be up there with the leading tacklers, made some key plays. Brandon Butts has just been a shutdown corner. They hadn't caught anything on him tonight. And like you said, Buford, big plays. That blocked field goal kept us in the ball game. I believe I'm going to have to go with Takarius Buford myself.
Buford gets my vote as well as we come out of the timeout. 3rd down and 5 for the Tigers from their own 47-yard line, and here is Walker short of the first down at the 49-yard line where he is stopped, and 4th down is coming up for the Tigers once again.
Well, let me see.
This time they probably will punt.
Let me see what Paw Paw's vote is, and
hadn't even seen Paw Paw tonight.
Is he there?
Yeah, Paw Paw's entertaining clients down here on the sideline tonight.
How's his back doing?
Back's good today.
Yeah.
But, man, he's got a cold, and, you know, it's tough when you get old.
What about the old Troubadour? Where's he at?
The Troubadour tipped out of here just a few minutes.
He had to get to his gig at Cross Country tonight, didn't he?
Well, no, I think he said he had to get to Wendy's and get a Frosty.
Because they're 50 cents?
Yeah, because they're 50-cent Frosty. He bought 4 of them the other day.
Good night.
Put them in the freezer. He's like, man, I have Frosty every night. So, anyway, if I could finally get Paw Paw to give us his pick for player of the game.
Well, he may not have time.
He just said Buford. So, well, and, you know, it really doesn't matter who I vote for because y'all going to go with who y'all want to go with.
That's right.
So I guess I'm just going to be the oddball tonight and say that I'm going to give it to Brandon Butts.
Brandon Butts to me was a close second, but if there were key plays that kept us in the game tonight.
I'm still waiting on my apology, too, from you guys.
You'll be waiting a long time, Donald.
I know that.
What are we apologizing for?
For the fact that y'all overruled me last week.
Oh.
Hey, it's a democracy here, okay, buddy? Look, it's not overruling. It's just majority vote.
Yes.
Well,
I'm not going to apologize to you for the American way, okay? I'm not.
Yeah.
You can take your commie rules and you can go somewhere else with them.
That's right.
All right, well, you know
Dictator.
Are you a communist?
Hey, just for that, I'm voting for Buford. So now y'all decide what y'all want to do.
All right, I'm going to
Donnie,
change my
you can move
vote.
to North Korea with that attitude.
I'm going to change my vote.
Yeah.
No, Takarius Buford is our Buffalo Rock Pepsi player of the game. 2-2 to play here. And finally getting set for the punt is Auburn. Buford and Thompson back at their own 10-yard line.
Are we icing the punter?
We may be icing the punter.
You can't ice this guy. Well, we did ice him.
We did ice him. It took 3 timeouts.
Yeah, that's right.
But
I forgot about that.
That's all it took, though. A full allotment of timeouts. Snap and no rush on as they get the punt away. And it goes way into the end zone. And they only know one place to put a kick, in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to thank our media crew tonight, Cameron Pierce, Michael Edwards, Hayden Anderson, and Tyler Brockovich.
Johnson?
Tyler Brockovich.
Oh.
And our camera crew, J.T. Smith and Robert Humphrey, did a fantastic job tonight.
Double security tonight, Bruce Kilo.
Mills wrote this down, and I cannot make out Tyler's last name.
He wrote his own name. He can't write his own name.
Maybe if we asked him to text it to us, we could read it. How do you say this, Tyler? That's right. You told me earlier. Obranovich. Obranovich. That's S-M-I-T-H right there, guys. So you're going to need to write better than that. Edwards loads up the shotgun and wants to pass. Looks out, finds McDaniel at the 40-yard line, out to the 45, 46 before he's out of bounds along the Auburn boundary with 1:33 to play.
You're just not going to see these guys give up anything very deep. They give it an underneath route like that.
It is J.T. Smythe, by the way, the cameraman.
Oh, okay.
Extraordinary. He's with the media crew.
Good to have that guy back with us this week.
It sure is. It sure is. 1:32 clock on the move. 1st and 10. Lions at their own 45, trailing 21-6 with just a few seconds left in the ballgame. Edwards stepping out of all kind of trouble, and he's still on the move. Finally goes down hard at his own 38-yard line. Number 1, not Jaden Johnson. That's the other
10.
number 1.
Number
10.
Yeah.
Jacob Cummings, linebacker.
There was like 7 people in coverage that time.
Yeah. 1:05 to play here. Now going under 1 minute. 2nd down and about 16 for the Lions at the 39-yard line. The Lions are going to move to 1-1 in regional play, 2-2 overall, but positioned well for a playoff run as we continue to move through this season. Edwards pulled down by his face mask. I think it was like he was laying on his face mask as he was tackled, or maybe it was just a sticky glove on the headgear. Looks like we're going to get off one more play before this game is in the books. Auburn's going to be victorious tonight in Stanley Jensen, but it was not without a hard fight by our Prattville Lions. I tell you, you got to wonder how this offense would have been able to manage against our defense tonight if Bozeman had been fully healthy and been in the game. This was his kind of game tonight. As Petway makes a completion out to the 35-yard line of Auburn. 10 seconds left. Lions may have a couple more plays to try to put some points on the board.
Well, you can tell Prattville's very much improved from last year.
Oh, yeah. No question.
Both sides of the ball. Tonight you're facing a very tough defense that held Central Phoenix City in check till the last quarter last week. And you're talking about the number 1 team in the state. They did that too.
Edwards under some pressure, gets a nice block, and now fires down the field, intercepted at the 15-yard line.
That's Speaks.
Griffin Speaks, and he returns out to the 33-yard line as time expires, and that is your ball game. Your final score, Auburn 21, Prattville 6. We're going to break away for 3 minutes. When we come back, we'll wrap it up when Prattville Lions football continues after these words.
It's football season in Alabama, and for over 30 years, we've helped customers get to their favorite games with great deals on new Chevrolets, certified used cars, and our value lot specials. In a hurry to hit the road, use our Express Oil Change, where we run the no-huddle offense. Get your car serviced and a complimentary tire check and be gone in 10 minutes or less. At Larry Puppy Chevrolet, we treat people the way we would want to be treated. We keep it simple. Great people, great cars, great prices, and great service. Enjoy the game.
Don't throw away your money, especially on replacement auto parts. In most cases, aftermarket parts are just as good and a heck of a lot cheaper than factory parts. D&J Auto Parts in Prattville is all hooked up with Auto Plus, a nationwide leader in the automotive aftermarket. Don't you dare go to another parts store before checking the great prices at D&J Auto Plus, 175 Highway 82 Bypass in Prattville.
When choosing which pest control company you will trust to protect your home and family, cost and quality can go hand in hand. Serving the hardworking families of the River region since 1967, the Bowen family has made it our mission to offer top quality service at a price that is fair and affordable. So why pay more to one of the big chains for less service? Call Arrow Pest Control next time you want to enjoy money well spent. We'll guarantee personal service at an affordable price, so give us a call today.
In 1934, Steak and Shake decided the world didn't need another hamburger. It needed a steak burger, so they used 100% beef. Quick seared to seal in the flavor you'll only get from a steak burger. Steak and Shake, home of the original steak burger.
New at Steak and Shake, 24 meals under $4 with handcrafted steak burgers, all beef steak franks, and fresh guacamole made from scratch. Get 24 meals for under $4. New at Steak and Shake.
I could have built a drugstore anywhere in Montgomery, but it was this neighborhood that needed it. When I moved here, it was thriving. I want to see it that way again. Riverbank made borrowing the money easy when other banks didn't. It's nice when people care enough to make sure you have what you need. That's how I treat my customers, and that's how the folks at Riverbank treat me.
You never know who will be tonight's most valuable player, but you could be tomorrow's most valuable picker. That's because you can discover your next bargain at Prattville Pickers. It's the region's largest collection of everything unique. It's a treasure hunter's paradise and a collector's dream come true. Don't scrimmage through rummage. Go to Prattville Pickers for the best selection of everything unique. Cheer loud tonight for the game's most valuable player, and you can be the most valuable picker this weekend at Prattville Pickers on Highway 82 across from the Prattville Country Club.